the hub for motorsports. If you love racing, this is the place to be. Collier goes into turn one. Foxy wall rides!
He chastained it! He's still chastaining it!
He's gonna do it! He can coast from here if he had to! It's unbelievable!
Welcome back, everybody, to another awesome broadcast here tonight on the Dega Boys streaming network here. We're at Daytona with the PSCRL guys. It is the regular season finale at Daytona. But first and foremost, Jay, how you doing tonight?
Oh boy, we are here. It's been a long season, a long grind. These drivers have put all of their hard work and efforts into this season, all the dedication and hours. And here it is, boiling down to one more opportunity to lock yourself into the playoffs and the chase for the championship here. Unbelievable. Who gets it done? Do we have a surprise winner? Somebody locked themselves in that's outside looking in? Do we see the guys that are currently in maintain their position and ground here? I don't know. It's going to be a fantastic night of racing. 2 35-lap duels to decide it.
Yes, we've got a lot to talk about here before we go into qualifying. But first off, let's talk a little bit about the Dash for Cash tonight. The Casper Premium Dash. The average finisher for tonight will actually get more than the $110. It is $140 now with all of these drivers yeah, exactly, with all these drivers entered now. Jonathan Gaston, Brian Underwood, Josh Kreider, Jordan Kreider, Dylan Carrier, Noah Blackwell, Nathan Brookover, Ben Gleason, Chris Goetz, Matthew Wood, Tyler Bellinger, Jordan Hand, and Landon Burbridge. All those guys dashing for $140 tonight. That is, Jay, I guess you could say a little bit of a side quest here, as well as some of those drivers trying to lock themselves into the playoffs with trying to get a W here tonight at Daytona. Now, there is going to be a little bit of a different setup here tonight. We're going to be running 2 35-lap races, qualifying two separate sets of qualifying as well. as we head into qualifying now for the first duel. But let's go ahead and pull up some race info for you guys as we get our faces off the screen. Tonight, we are at Daytona race 12 of 20 in the Casper duel number 1. Got a track length of 2.48 miles, a track temp right now of 77 degrees, and an altitude of 37 feet. Got an ambient temp of 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 68% humidity, cloudy skies, and a 4-mile-an-hour wind. Again, this is the regular season finale. Got 31 degrees of banking in the turns, 18 degrees of banking in the tri-oval, 2 35-lap duels, and a final chance to make the playoffs here tonight. We got a pace car speed of, it's actually 60, and a pit speed of 55. And everybody here tonight gets one quick repair. Now, Jay, look at this. We got a couple cars on track right now going to go and put down a qualifying lap. Chris Goetz now coming off of turn 4 to start his qualifying run.
Yes, he took that outside line there on lap 1 to build as much speed and momentum here. Takes it down to the bottom. Let's see what he does here in qualifying as he dives down into turn 1. This is full throttle action here in the PSR All Truck Series. Track position going to be at a premium. 35 laps on deck here in the first dual race. You want to start up front, stay out of the wrecks, stay out of any carnage that could happen, and maybe lock yourself into the playoffs here tonight.
Yes, a lot on the line in multiple aspects, excuse me. As you can see, Chris coming down the middle of the track now, drifting a little high, and then coming on down into turn 3. He's going to take the middle line, slowly work it down to that yellow line on the apron as he comes off of turn 4. He's going to be the first one to cross the start-finish line. We'll see what Chris can do, what kind of a lap time he can put up here. Chris comes across the line, and he puts down a 52.84. Landon Burbage, though, he goes to the top with a 52.288. Brian Underwood now crosses the line, P2. Jaden Porter going to be one of the next ones to go ahead and cross the start-finish line, and that number 74. Ben Gleason goes P3, the 74. He goes P6 with a 53.008.
Yeah, great lap time here. A lot of new faces here in this series. Here comes Dylan Carrier right now. He is currently sitting in that P10 position in the point stand. He's currently in the playoff chase here as he's going to complete his lap, and he's going to go up to P8 on the board as we got all kinds of lap times going down. Noah Blackwell takes up to P2.
Jordan Hand crosses the start-finish line, goes P9 with a 53.101. As Landon Burbage just crossed the line to finish up his second lap, he goes P2. Jordan Kreider goes to the top of the board with a 52.246. He's still got another lap.
Yeah, he's still digging here. He's going to be right down there on the bottom, making this course as short as possible right here against the double yellow line here into turn 3. He's absolutely digging as we see more guys take time. Gleason goes on the board. Jaden Porter just puts up a lap time. Beringer, puts up a lap time. Here's Kreider through 3 and 4. Let's see what he can do here on this lap. Let's see if he can take it to the top of the board.
Off of turn 4 for the 69 of Jordan Kreider as he comes into the tri-oval, hugging that yellow line, getting below it here as he crosses the start-finish line. Let's see if he can improve. He does not improve with a 52.45. Jordan Hand improving himself to P6 at the moment. Benjamin Romano crosses the line in a P15 currently. Let's see if he improves. He does to a P9. Matthew Wood barely bested him there. As now we've got Josh Kreider on track. He's starting his first lap.
Joshua Kreider, here he is. He's P8 in points here tonight. Look at it like he's in a pretty good position. 32 points above the cut line here. He's going to be trying to dig here down the back straightaway, put up a good lap time. You remember Talladega, the season opener, had this race by the bag. And then him and Underwood got into each other right there at the end. Gaston comes home with the win. Let's see if he can do it here tonight at Daytona as he's rumbling here through turns 3 and 4.
A new paint scheme for the 5 truck coming off of 4, hoping to bring a little bit of good luck to that 5 team tonight as he comes into the tri-oval. He's going to try to put down a lap time here that can best everybody. As he does, he goes P15 with a 52.443. He's going to back her on down as we go to Nathan Brookover now. We've got just about 9 seconds left in qualifying. It doesn't look like Nathan's going to get a lap time in, and it looks like Jordan Kreider up on top of the board for tonight as he does come into the tri-oval, but it's not enough. Jordan Kreider, your dual one pole sitter.
Nice. Congratulations to Jordan Kreider. And I think that will segue us into our Grand Marshal here tonight before we get into the grid.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Kreider, your Grand Marshal. Daytona Speedway. I'm very excited about seeing this race tonight. So, gentlemen, without further ado, start them engines and let's go racing, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this thing and get it rolling. Pulling up the grid now on pole for tonight, Jordan Kreider in the number 69 with Landon Burbage in the number 2 on the outside of him.
Starting there in the P3 position, looking to make his way into the playoffs. That's Danny White in the 79 with Noah Blackwell in the 88, starting there in P4.
Chris, the Gambler Stange in the 29, starting P5 tonight with Jordan Hand in the 3, starting P6.
Starting P7 in that 54 truck, that's Dylan Carrier with the Iron Man himself, Matthew Wood in the number 16, starting P8.
The number 24, piloted by Benjamin Romano, starting P9 tonight with Melvin Berenger in the 19, starting P10.
The man behind the wheel, the 77 truck here tonight, that's Brian Underwood, starting P11 with Jaden Porter in the number 74, rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight in the Casper Duels at Daytona number 1.
All right, lots to look forward to here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see these drivers grid up for the first duel. Jay, we got a lot going on here tonight. We've got 35 laps of action here at Daytona. Let's go over some picks and what to expect here tonight with the PSCRL gang.
Yes, my pick here tonight, I'm going with Noah Blackwell in that number 88 truck. Me on the machine, mean machine, baby. He is currently 13th in the playoff grid, 25 points out. I think he's in a must-win situation to get this thing into the playoffs. I'm taking Noah Blackwell to win this race and lock himself in to the coveted playoffs.
That is a great choice there. In fact, you know what? It's Daytona. Anything can happen here. I am going to go with the 54 of Dylan Carrier. One to watch out here tonight. Has not reached the checker flag. Has not gotten a win here this season. So far, tonight is his night. In the number 54, Dylan Carrier. One to watch out for here. All right. We've got, again, 35 laps of action here. A lot going to be happening. Maybe some green flag pit stops. Maybe something to look forward to at the end here. Jay, what are these viewers about to see?
The best iRacers in the business here in the PSCRL Truck Series here at Daytona. They're all buckled in behind their rigs, ready to get racing action underway. We got a stage caution at lap 10, some more valuable playoff points here to be earned this season. They are going to put it all on the line. One more opportunity here to lock yourself into the playoffs. The regular season finale begins here in duel number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot to look forward to here. A lot of new names here, as well as they try to put and etch their names into the history books of the PSCRL leagues as they come through turn 3 and 4. Real quick, we'll go to the chat before we go. Green flag, Hunter Weaver, thanks for coming out. Jimmy 6 times saying, thank you, Kirsten Mai, for the Casper Dash tonight. Absolutely, what a great investment there. Tanja, back here. Good luck, everybody. Let's go to the World Center of Speed. Dallas, he's late, but he's here. And the new trend software. Let's go, Gambler. As we now come off of turn 4, the pace car coming off the racing surface and control to Jordan Kreider as they come into the tri-oval. The restart zone is there, and the green flag is out in the air for 35 laps here at Daytona. Jordan Kreider out front. Danny White getting a great start to this race as they come out of the tri-oval. The outside lane with Landon Burbridge and Noah Blackwell. They are struggling up there right now as they go down into turn 1. The inside lane, it's getting formed. Here comes Chris Stange in the 72 on track as he comes through turns 1 and 2. Nobody sticking to the outside lane now as they come off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway for another classic drag race coming into turn 3.
These boys rumbling down the backstretch here tonight for the first time. It looks like Burbridge, Helfrich, Blackwell. They're making it work on the outside. All the support in the world. Jordan Hand's up there working with him. As Danny White's committed to the rear bumper, the 69 of Jordan Kreider. Here off of turn 4. Maybe a drag race to the line. Let's see who leads lap 1 here at Daytona. It looks like it's still going to be a drag race. It's Jordan Kreider will lead lap 1.
Jordan Kreider still sticking out front here on the inside lane. They got some great help on the outside, some great help on the inside as they continue to duke it out for the lead of this race. This outside line led by the 2 truck of Landon Burbridge. He's going to get a little bit of a run here coming down the back straightaway as they try to fight back on the outside. The organization is there. The support is there going down into turn 3.
Here we are into turn 3. It looks like the inside line's going to get a little bit of an advantage here into turn 3. The outside line is Blackwell continues to push this 2 truck. Everybody being a little conservative here on lap 2. The aggression hasn't risen. We're still seeing 2 wide action as Danny White lifts up the back of the 69 of Kreider as they're going to continue to lead here across the line.
Lap 2 in the books and on to lap 3 now as they come on down to turn 1. The 69 still out front and leading this pack with a head of steam with the 79 behind him. He is pushing hard through turns 1 and 2 now off at turn 2. That outside lane might be breaking up a little bit. Noah Blackwell in the 88 might be a little hot here as they come down the back straightaway. But look at this. The 2 car might be making a resurgence. No. Down into turn 3. Jordan Kreider still leading this pack.
Yeah, Jordan Kreider doing a fantastic job. Oh, Danny White a little sideways there in 3 and 4. He's going to keep it pinned to the bottom, but that's going to cause a little bit of a disturbance. Here comes the outside line. Noah Blackwell pushing for all he's worth, giving it all he's got, captain, pushing the 2 truck to the front of the field. It looks like Burbridge is going to lead that lap. It was super close there at the line as we're heading into turn 1 now, still side by side for the race lead.
Down into turn 1, it's the 69 still on the inside. The 2 truck of Landon Burbridge not being able to sneak out in front and try to get ahead of the 69 as they come off at turn 2 now. Chris Stange on the inside, he's level with Landon Burbridge as they start the trek coming down the back straightaway and coming down now into turn 3. We still got a side-by-side battle for the lead.
These boys are just continuing to push, trying to make their line move forward. We've got even lines on the inside and the outside, but it looks like that 69 with the shorter way around the track and the help from Danny White continue to lead this race. But don't count out Burbridge and Blackwell. They have been working so great together as now the 79 of Danny White all over the rear bumper of the 69 of Kreider going into turn 1.
Absolutely, coming down into turn 1 now. The 79 all over the rear bumper of the 69 as they come through turns 1 and 2. The 88 all over the rear bumper of the 2 as well, coming off at turn 2, giving them the beans as they come down the back straightaway. These guys are pushing for all they got. Down the back straightaway and down into turn 3 now. You can see Jordan Kreider still leading that inside lane. Not a lot of jumping around between these trucks as they go down into turn 3. The outside lane loses a little steam.
Yeah, the outside line fading just a little bit here as that inside line got a big shove of momentum. Lots of trucks formed down there on the bottom. It looks like Kreider's going to continue to lead. Danny White giving him all kinds of support here through the tri-oval, but this outside line is not going away. Burbridge and Blackwell will not let it fade, will not let it dissipate. Down here into turn 1, Kreider's going to continue to lead by a car length here as the whole field continues to rumble here through turns 1 and 2.
Landon Burbridge making a run back on the outside. He's having a lot of help here by the 88 of Noah Blackwell and the 3 of Jordan Hand. We're going 3 wide back there. That is the 77 of Brian Underwood. Here comes Jordan Hand. He's leaving the middle lane and he's going to try to help Noah Blackwell. Cuts off the 3 of Jordan Hand. Oh, we're wrecking back here. The 21's around. The 77's in the wall. Everybody gets piled up here. Dallas Seward, he's in it as well.
The patience went away. They wanted to get to the front of that field, made it 3 wide. And 3 wide action at Daytona normally leads to incident, and here it is early in this race. It looks like Gaston, major damage. He can't even get that thing to turn. He's big broke here as he turns into a Toro lawnmower here through the grass.
That 72 having a little bit of left front issues there. That left front wheel is basically off that machine. It's got a little bit of broke there going on, but let's go back and look at this caution. Get a little bit more in depth with it as we saw a lot happening there as we go up to the high side there, the 77 of Brian Underwood. Let's see what happened here. Maybe in a little bit of slow-mo. Oh, bad push by the 77 possibly, or 72, excuse me. 72 got a lot of wall there, and the 21 gets collected in it as well. And the rest is history.
The rest is history. Oh, man, look at the big hit there by Dallas Seward. Oh, look at the 21 into the wall, up into the catch fence. Hang on to that, baby. That thing is right in the wall up there in the catch fence. Unbelievable. Lots of damage to a lot of fast trucks here early. Throwing that quick repair and see if they can make their way back to the front of this thing as we're already on lap 7, Tom. Holy cow, this is flying by.
Absolutely. Jonathan Gaston still down pit road, having a lot of issues with that truck. As you now see the pace car coming through the tri-oval across the start-finish line. Do we see a lot of people getting into the pits? We see Chris, Aiden Lucas coming down pit road. Chris Goetz, Dallas Seward, Brian Underwood. Misclick there. Sorry, misinput. The 77 coming down pit road. Maybe for a little bit of damage repair. Dallas getting into his box real nice there. As so does Chris Goetz. Everybody making a run right now. The 77 overshoots just a little bit there as he takes his quick repair. His backup truck now out on track. Dallas Seward electing to get damage repair instead of rolling out that backup truck. Might work out for him at the end of this race. Aiden Lucas coming off a pit road now with a clean truck as he's ready to get back under green flag conditions.
Yeah, I wonder if this is going to take us to the stage end here, Tom. Lap 10 is their stage break. Are we going to get a one-lap shootout, or are we going to end the stage here under yellow? As that Viagra car has been driven real hard here tonight. Up here in the front of the field, as it looks like Jordan Kreider might be able to take this stage victory. This ends under yellow.
Absolutely, a lot to happen here, a lot to take into account. Not only do we have that premium dash for cash with the Casper dash for cash, we've also got a lot of points on the line. A lot to consider when you're out there on the racetrack. Some of these guys, they need to make big moves. They need to make that 3-wide move to get to the front, and others just need to survive.
Yeah, I think I want track position. I don't know if I would be trying to save fuel during this if you're concerned about fuel at all. Yeah, I want the track position. I don't want to get buried back in the pack and have to make 3-wide moves and put yourself in a bad situation. I like what these guys are doing up here in the front of the field. There's going to be some good stage points here if this does end under yellow. Danny White, one of those drivers on the outside looking in, currently 14th in points. These could be some major crucial points here tonight that could get him into that top 12 here by the end of the season.
Absolutely. As they come across start-finish line now, it looks like Danny White getting a little bit antsy here to get those lights off on the pace car. They do go off here, and we're going to go green flag racing next time by. Jordan Kreider back out front. Danny White on the front row as well. We've got Landon Burbridge, Chris Stange making up row 2, Noah Blackwell, and Dylan Carrier making up that third row. As everybody gets ready to go green flag racing once again here at Daytona.
Yeah, I believe this maybe a one-lap shootout. I know lap 10 is your stage caution, so we get the green. It should be a one-lap shootout here to the end of the stage, unless they've made corrections. I don't know. I've been wrong before. Ask anybody I know. As we're going to continue here down the back straightaway as we got Danny White, Jordan Kreider up here on the front row.
All right. What did we see during those first few laps? The inside line and the outside line were pretty equal. Not a lot of going back and forth there for the lead of the race. A few times we did see that with a lot of help from the driver behind of the outside lane, which was Noah Blackwell at the time. But these trucks overheat. You got to get them cool, and then you can give them another shove to try to get back to the front. But it just looks like that inside line might hold superior here early in this duel. Maybe able to see a change here during the end of the race. But now coming through turns 3 and 4, we're going to watch this pace car come off of the racing surface and give control to Jordan Kreider in the number 69. As they come off of turn 4 now, a lot to unravel here. We've still got 26 laps to go around Daytona. As they come off at turn 4 now, the pace car coming off the racing surface, and Jordan Kreider in control as he inches closer to the restart zone. The green flag out in the air, and Jordan Kreider once again gets a great start on the field. It's Chris Stange behind him now. He's going to try to get right back up to the rear bumper of the 69. That outside lane, though, is forming very nicely as they come on down to turn 1. Here comes Dylan Carrier now on the inside with Melvin Behringer. These guys are linked up. It's 4 versus 3 now on the inside versus the outside. Where does Jordan Hand go? He's going to go to the outside. That outside lane of Danny White now getting a run down the back straightaway, and it looks like he is going to get in front of the 69. He does. Coming down into turn 3 now. What is he going to do?
Here comes Danny White. He's going to abandon the help of Burbage. Oh, he goes to the bottom. Kreider with a big shove here. Oh, my goodness. Danny White's going to lead the field. We're going to see if we're going to get the checker or the white checker stage of this caution here. Oh, my goodness. There's so much going on. 3-1 action. Danny White continues to lead the field here. And there it is. Danny White's going to win the stage. Unbelievable. Unbelievable move.
What a move by the 79 to get himself some very, very valuable points, as now you see that 79 taking home the green and white checkered flag, or whatever you want to call it now, as the 79 takes home some very, very valuable points. Jordan Kreider coming home P2, Chris Stange P3, Landon Burbage P4, Melvin Behringer rounding out your top 5 with Dylan Carrier P6, Noah Blackwell 7th, Jordan Hand P8, Benjamin Romano P9, and Josh Kreider rounding out your top 10 points-paying positions.
Yes, we're going to see if they're going to make some pit stops here during this stage break. Really interesting race. We got a 6-lap start to it, then we go under yellow, and then a 1-lap shootout for the stage. We'll see how this plays out here. After this stage, we'll see if the track position gets shook up a little bit. We saw those guys pit right there before the stage got restarted there in the stage 1. We'll see if those guys cycle to lead. We'll see if these leaders decide to come down pit road, put some fuel in it, and change up the strategy here as we go into the final stint of this race.
Absolutely. Coming off of turn 4 now, we're going to watch to see if these guys do come down pit road. The 79 leading the field at the moment. Let's see what he does. Almost certainly going to come on down pit road, get a little bit of fuel here. Yes, he does. And he's going to bring almost pretty much the whole pack now as the 79 comes down pit road and leads the field down pit road. Nobody staying out at the moment. Maybe... Nope, everybody is down pit road. Let's see what Danny White can do.
Wow, that's interesting. I figured we'd see some of those guys that pitted maybe come stay on the racetrack here at the field. Oh, Danny White makes a mistake, slides through his box. Oh no, we'll see how much time he loses here. Not what he needed, as it looks like, yes, he is going to lose a lot of positions here. It's falling apart. Half the field goes by.
Oh no, that was terrible for Danny White. He is now classified P9. P9, yep, absolutely P9 for the 79. It's Jordan Kreider. He won the race off of pit road. Landon Burbage behind him, Chris Stange following that up in P3. Melvin Behringer, Jordan Hand, your top 5 at the moment.
Yes, this is going to be interesting. We may have about 22 to go and we go green, so it's going to be a short little dash to the checkers here. As we got Jordan Kreider winning the race off pit road. Did a fantastic job controlling this race until they got a big run to take advantage of him there at the end of the stage. Now he's back where he started, right here at the front of the field. He's going to have Chris Stange behind him. That's a good pusher, though. Having the gambling man there right behind you, I think that is a good combo between him and Jordan Kreider here. Burbage on the outside. Blackwell's not going to be pushing him any longer, and they've been working so good tonight. So we'll see if those guys can get linked back up here, as it's a shake-up here at the front of the field.
Absolutely there is. All right, Jay, let's go over what we just witnessed in those first 10 laps. We saw a resurgence of the inside line, but that outside line on that restart formed very, very well. The 79 of Danny White taking advantage of that. and he gets the stage win for Duel 1. Duel 1, the 79, getting some very valuable points, as you said, Jay, on the outside looking in, coming into this race. And look, now he's in a great position now where maybe make a couple of risks here. Absolutely, we do. Chris Dange leading the field.
Wow, that is unexpected. Holy cow. We're gonna have some more pit stops here, maybe put some more fuel in these race trucks. Are we concerned maybe about the fuel to the end of this race with stage in hand? Wow, strategy's already being played. Holy cow. I don't know what to think. 35 laps at Daytona. We got strategy all over the place here. Interested to see how this all plays out. Let's get shake up the field again. Now Burbage and Blackwell, Berenger and Danny White, who lost all those positions on pit road, got them all back, basically. He's back here in a P6.
Yep, absolutely. Now we see the lights off on the pace car. We're going to be going green flag racing, this time by 22 laps to go at the drop of the green flag here at Daytona. Coming down the back straightaway now, your front row, Jordan Kreider, Landon Burbridge. Your second row, Melvin Berenger, Noah Blackwell. Your third row, Dylan Carrier and Danny White. Back up to that P6 position, as now we come down the back straightaway. All right, Jay, any last thoughts before we go green flag racing once again?
Yes, one more short dash to the checkers. We got the guys that started up at the front. They're back to the front here to start this second stage. Can they maintain the track position? Do we see some more three-wide action? Some of these guys that just made those pit stops, were they concerned about fuel? Are we going to see a little fuel strategy played into this? Who knows? All I know is there's a position to be locked into the playoffs right here with a win if you're not already. So these boys are going to be digging, trying to get it done.
Real quick, before we go green flag racing, Jonathan Gaston back out on track. He is 5 laps down. He's got a long race ahead of him, but never give up. He could absolutely have that opportunity to get back onto the lead lap and make something happen here. As we come off at turn 4 now, we're going to watch that pace car come off the racing surface and control back to the 69 of Jordan Kreider as he inches closer to the restart zone to get this thing back under green flag conditions. And the green flag is out in the air. The 69 once again getting a great jump on the field behind him. Melvin Berenger trying to get to the rear bumper of the 69. The 2 and the 88 already on the outside. Lincoln bumpers. Here comes the 79 of Danny White now trying to get back to the outside. Dylan Carrier there as well on the inside as they're going through turns 1 and 2 now. That's Landon Burbridge on the outside. The 69 of Jordan Kreider on the inside coming down the back straightaway now. 3 cars on the inside versus 3 cars on the outside, and we're getting a classic drag race down the back straightaway and down into turn 3.
Yeah, we're still side by side. Blackwell and Burbage have worked so well together. Now Danny White's joined the force here to the outside, as now Berenger, he is the guy on the bubble trying to maintain this 12th position in points. He's pushing the 69 of Kreider out here in front of the field. Carrier's with him. Romano's back there. There's Dudley. We got 7-car breakaway here at the front of the field.
Coming off of the tri-oval and down into turn 1 now. We're side by side for the lead of this race going down into turn 1 as Landon Burbridge sticks to the outside with a lot of help from Noah Blackwell, and now the 79 of Danny White on the outside. Coming off of turn 2, this 69 on the inside. He's going to try to hold strong on the inside as the 2 truck of Landon Burbridge, he does get out in front of the 69. What is he going to do here going down into turn 3?
Looks like he's going to stay to the outside. Stay with the guy that's pushed him to the front. That is the 88. Oh, Berenger gets sideways there, the 19. Not what Kreider needs. The inside line's dissipating. Here's all the momentum in the world. Danny White pushing Blackwell, and they go to the inside. They're going to go to the inside. Burbage is going to lead this lap.
Burbage taking his second lap tonight here at Daytona as they cross the start finish line down into turn 1. 20 laps to go here at Daytona with Landon Burbridge to the point that inside lane is very well formed right now as the 2 truck leads the field through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway now, Danny White trying to make something happen on the outside now with Dylan Carrier behind him, and they're doing pretty well on that outside lane. They're going to go up all the way to go side by side with your leader of Landon Burbridge. They're going to lose a little bit of ground here going into turn 3.
Yeah, that 79 is mighty fast. We got some of the fastest trucks we've seen all night long here up at the front of the field. Danny White now with Dylan Carrier pushing him. They want to go to the front. The 88 and the 2 have been so dominant tonight, pushing each other, but now Danny White's going to take advantage of it. He's going to lead another lap here. All the help in the world from behind with Carrier. Does he take it to the bottom? No, he's going to stay committed to his helper.
On the outside, still Danny White holding very strong and doing a phenomenal job there as he rounds turns 1 and 2. He's going to get a great run coming down the back straightaway. Let's see what Dylan can do. Look at that. He just gets the push from, I don't even know. It's like watching, I don't even know. Coming down the back straightaway and down into turn 3. The 79 still out front here as the 54 had to back off.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of checkup on the outside line. I'm not sure what happened, but now Carrier's trying to make it 3 wide. Oh, Danny White with the block. Oh, he gets bumped to the back. We hang on to it, but now Danny White gets stuck in the middle right there. But no, the 54 is going to stay committed to him. Oh, the 19's out of shape. Oh, my goodness, the outside line is dissipated. Can they build the momentum back? Can they get the run they need as the 2 of Burbage continues to lead down here into turn 1?
Down into turn 1, the 2 of Burbage still out front with Noah Blackwell pushing him through turns 1 and 2. On the outside, that's the 79 of Danny White in the 54. Dylan Carrier making a huge resurgence now. This may be the dream pair here between these 2 trucks as they're flying around this racetrack. They are great pushing buddies coming down into turn 3 now. The 79 going to contest for the lead once again.
Yeah, you see the 88 and the 2, they've just doing such a phenomenal job. It's going to take a massive effort on that outside line to get around these boys. They've worked together all night long, so strong, but here's Danny White, Dylan Carrier. They say, no, boys, it's our time to go to the front. They're pushing for all they're worth, giving them the absolute stronghold of a push down here into turn 1. We're side by side for the race lead now.
Going down into turn 1, side by side for the lead. We got Danny White on the outside, Landon Burbage on the inside, coming off at turn 2 now. The 54 Dylan Carrier giving everything he's got to the 79 to get him back out front here as we come down the back straightaway in a classic drag race. Now coming down into turn 3, Danny White almost getting the lead of that race, but he's going to hold strong on the outside with Dylan Carrier still behind him. The 54's even pushing him through the corner. What a pair that we got there off of turn 4.
Yeah, as we've got a big amount of momentum on the outside line. They've got the cars and the trucks formed now. Danny White's going to lead another lap as he's still using the push, and he's getting for the 54 Carrier. We got 16 laps to go down here into turn 1, crossing over the halfway point last time by. As we're going down into turn 1, looks like the inside's going to continue to prevail here as they got the shorter way around here, 1 and 2.
Coming off of turn 2 now and down the back straightaway, the 79 and the 54 still on the outside here. We may be catching a little bit of lap traffic there. That's Dallas Seward going down into turn 3 now. As you can see, the lead pack coming down into turn 3. Danny White lost a little bit of steam there coming down the back straightaway, but I guarantee you they're going to be coming back off of turn 4 now.
Yeah, so we got maybe the inside line. We only got 4 trucks. Maybe a little bit of separation there from the help behind. Maybe the outside line can take advantage of this. If they can form enough of a run here across the tri-oval, 15 laps to go from glory, from playoff glory here as you see Dallas get out of the way. Great sportsmanship there by Dallas as he's going to allow the field to go on by here as Burbage continues to hold on to the lead. Oh, Danny White squarely here in 1 and 2. Oh, Coley Bays is going to hold on.
Oh, the 69's around.
Bays.
He saves it! Oh my goodness, everybody's going sideways. They all save it. Unbelievable what Jordan Kreider was able to do there. Coming down the back straightaway now. The 74's a little loose. He keeps it straight and coming down into turn 3. Unbelievable what we just watched, ladies and gentlemen. A huge proponent to the lead pack on the inside line. Gone now, all the way dropping back to P9. That gives room for the 79 and Danny White to come back on the outside with a lot of help from the 54 and try to reclaim that lead. Couldn't do it this time, but let's see what they can do next time.
Yeah, change the momentum of this pack, and now the outside line has got more numbers. It's a numbers game now. They are pushing the 54 Carrier, maybe trying to get a little bit of air to the nose as he's been locked to the bumper of this 79 truck for the greater part of this second stage as they're continuing to shove down the back straightaway. It's a good old-fashioned drag race right here down the back straightaway at Daytona as the 2 truck and the 79 continue to battle it out side by side here into turn 3.
Side by side for the lead of this race, the 79 of Danny White and the 2 of Landon Landon Burbridge going out of here through turns 3 and 4. The 54 might be getting a little bit hot here as he's trying to get back to the rear bumper of the 79, trying to give him a push across the start-finish line. He's not going to be able to do it this time, but the 79 still looking very strong with the 54 behind him as they come on down to turn 1. The 79 takes the lead.
Yeah, the 79's gonna leak ahead here into turn 1 and 2. He's maybe a little separation there. The 88 all over the number 2 truck here, giving Burbridge the bumper business here off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. The inside line's forming up now. They've got the numbers. They've got the advantage over the outside line. But look at Carrier locking bumpers with the 79 Danny White. Down here into turn 3, these boys are continuing to push. As now the inside line with all the momentum in the world. Now Romano's gonna go by Danny White. Here comes the inside line. They're gonna take advantage here off of turn 4.
That inside line extremely strong right now as Landon Burbridge gets himself out front very comfortably. They're coming to 12 laps to go here at Daytona. The 79 on the outside lost a lot of momentum there through 3 and 4, but he gained it all back. Now side by side with the leader. He takes the lead going down into turn 1, and we're going to continue to have this side by side battle now through turns 1 and 2. Oh, the 79, he goes 3 wide. The 54 on the outside. We're 3 wide coming down the back straightaway.
Danny White just got hung out to dry. His help all night long abandons him. Goes to the outside. Danny White's going to fill a spot back there on the outside line. But here comes Carrier. He's going to the front of the field here. We're coming there. Starting to get laps to go. These boys are still side by side for the race lead. The intensity has risen. The action has ramped up. These boys know we're getting to the end of this race.
Coming down into the tri-oval and across the start-finish line, Landon Burbridge looks like he is going to lead this lap as the 54 now getting a lot of help from the 19 coming down off of the tri-oval and down into turn 1 now. The 54 losing a lot of speed on that outside lane at the moment. He's not being able to get back to the front. That inside line, the 2, 88, and 24 looking extremely strong right now on that inside lane. Henry Dudley there as well. Coming down the back straightaway, the 54 is getting a little bit of a run here, but it's not going to be enough to go side by side down into turn 3.
Yes, we're going to go down here into turn 3 as we got the 2 truck on the inside. We're coming this time to get 10 laps to go as the 88 of Blackwell continues to push the 2 truck. It's going to be another drag race to the line here. Who's going to lead this lap as we got a little bit of shuffling now? It looks like Dylan Carrier is going to maybe lead this lap drag race as we are. The Digga Boys, 10 to go here at Duel 1 as we're closing in on some lap traffic.
Lap traffic about to make a big deal here at Daytona as they go to the inside 3 wide as the 72 makes a little bit of wall contact there. The 54 squeezing the 2 through turns 1 and 2. Off at turn 2 now, though. Landon Burbridge still holding on to the lead of this race as Carrier making a resurgence on the outside line here, and he is ready to take the lead of this race. Coming to get 9 to go down into turn 3.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, we're still side by side. It looks like Carrier with the help from Behringer. Behringer, he is the bubble man. He is in the 12th in points. He wants to win this race. Have no more worries from anybody behind him in points to take advantage as we're still drag racing. Look at Gaston. Excuse me, not Gaston. That is Stage of the 72. Pushing the 19 and the 54 for all they're worth is the 88 still committed to the rear bumper of the 2. 9 to go.
9 to go, down into turn 1 now. The 54 still sticking strong to the rear quarter panel of the 2 truck, trying to gain as much as he can off of turn 2 now. The outside lane trying to make something happen here as they come down the back straightaway. The side-by-side battle now for the lead of this race. No, it's not. It is not. The 54 losing a lot of steam on the outside now. Something's got to give on that inside line for the 54 to get back to the front, or maybe a little bit more organization on the outside lane as Melvin Berger now off at turn 4. He bails on the outside lane.
Yeah, everybody's bailing on the outside line. Everybody wants to go to the inside here late in this race. 8 laps to go, and it looks like now it's a 2-man race up there on the top. Here comes Jordan Kreider, though. Maybe he could come support these boys, as now we see Dudley down there in P4. He's a little squirrely right there behind Romano, as they're going to continue to push. I believe the 88 is sitting in the catbird seat right now, using the help from Romano while pushing Burbridge, as he's looking to the outside, a little squirrely here off of 2.
Off of turn 2, now he's going to stick behind the 2 truck. Down the back straightaway, Dylan Carrier, he leaves the outside lane. lane. Jordan Kreider now leading that outside lane. Can it come full circle for the 69 as they come down the back straightaway? Jordan Kreider still sticking to that outside lane, trying to get a little bit of help from the 88, the 77, and the 72 behind him as they come off at turn 4 now. Landon Burbridge, oh, the 18! Oh, they're all pitting! We got pit stops happening here at Daytona!
Oh man, look how fast they're rolling into pit lane. Anybody make any mistakes? It looks like they'll walk them down into pit road. Major. Oh, we got wrecks. People in the grass. Oh, Danny White's in the grass. Oh man, it's falling apart here for him. He was doing so well, and now here he is gonna have to play recovery mode. Here's 7 laps to go on the money stop, making a mistake to the grass.
All right, let's see what these drivers do before we go back up to the front. Jordan Kreider, now the leader of this race. Looks like Noah Blackwell getting a little bit of tires there. The 72 of Chris Stange, he wins the race off of pit road for this first group. Dylan Carrier coming out P2. We'll go back to the front here. Jordan Kreider leading this field. Those 2 cars in front of him, they are lap down drivers of Jonathan Gaston and Brian Underwood now as they come off at turn 4. Look, this pit stop is happening now. Jordan Hand, Josh Kreider, Tyler Bellinger, Nathan Brookover, William Connolly. They're all coming down pit road. Chris Goetz also coming down pit road. Jordan Kreider, though, leading this pack. Let's look where these guys are at. Chris Stange, they're not organized, though. This is going to be huge for when they rejoin the track.
Yes, this is interesting. Chris Stange, the gambling man. I don't know if he took a splash and go, but he played it to an absolute perfection here, getting out ahead of everybody else. Dylan Carrier committed to his bumper. Your friends are where you find them now, boys. We got 5 laps to go this time at the line as they're going to continue to battle it out. Let's see how this all blends together here with all of these guys shaking it up here at the front of the field. Looks like the 5 of Kreider. Josh Kreider's going to lead those boys out of pit lane. Let's see how this all blends out as we're going to go down the back.
Chris Stange coming down into turn 1 with Dylan Carrier behind him at full speed. They're going to meet on the back straightaway as they come off at turn 2 now. You can see these drivers coming off of pit road onto the back straightaway. Look at the lead that they have already gotten. Josh Kreider all the way up front here now coming down into turn 3. They got to garner some support. Josh is needing some support. They got Jordan Kreider on the outside of Bellinger now as they go 2 wide through turns 3 and 4. Look at this, though. Here comes Chris Stange with a head of steam off of turn 4.
Oh, where are they going to take the momentum? They had nowhere to go with it. Jordan Kreider played a fantastic move through the middle, shooting the gap. Here comes comes Chris Stange with the 72. All the help in the world from behind with the 54 Carrier. They're going to take the lead. They're going to take the lead with 5 to go. Down here in a turn 1. Oh, is they're going to stay committed to the outside line. Here comes Joshua Kreider. Maybe he's got some help. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of a drag race off of 2.
5 laps to go here at Daytona off at turn 2 now. Chris Stange leading this race as he's got the 54 of Carrier behind him. They're going to clear the 5 truck of Josh Kreider. Are they going to stay high or are they going to go low? Let's see. Chris Stange, though, he's going to stay high. He's going to stick with the help that he has. Josh Kreider now making up a little bit of ground here with Bellinger behind him off at turn 4 now. We're side by side for the lead once again here at Daytona.
Yeah, we're coming to get 4 laps to go. Business has picked up, baby. Here we are to the end of this race as Stange leading this outside line out from Carrier. These guys are going to continue to try and hold this advantage here at the outside. We got Beringer in the 19 pushing. Burbridge back in the mix. These boys are pushing. Here it is. Stange got a little bit of a gap here. Oh, he's squarely getting all kinds of shoves with the 54. Here on the turn 2. Stange is going to continue to lead this outside line and lead the pack.
All right, coming down the back straightaway now. We got a classic drag race for the leaders of this race. Josh Kreider trying to get back up to the front, going down into turn 3 now. That 72 extremely strong on the outside lane with the 54 behind him. But here comes Josh Kreider to the inside. Look at that help he's getting from the 21 of Bellinger as they come off at turn 4 now. Josh Kreider, he is going to lead this lap. He is. Look at him go. 3 laps to go here at Daytona.
3 laps to go here at Daytona as we're still side by side for the race lead. This inside line has shown its strength with the leader of Josh Kreider down there on the bottom. They're going to open up a pretty good margin here as Bellinger is pushing him for all he's worth. Jordan Kreider is in there as well as the 27 of Connolly. They're going to continue to work this inside line. Stange, can he get some more help from behind with Carrier as we're heading down into turn 3?
Coming down into turn 3 now. The 72 on the outside, he's losing steam. The trucks on the inside, they are pushing for everything they've got. Tyler Bellinger, what a run he has had so far on that inside lane. And coming off at turn 4 now, the 72 is going to try to make a resurgence on the outside lane. Looks like he's going to be very close. He is not going to lead that one. That one goes to Josh Kreider. 2 laps ago, we got the 27 coming down off of the tri-oval and down into the grass. He keeps it straight as we go back up front.
Yeah, we're back up front. We're losing some more numbers here in the pack. That's going to dissipate things here a little bit, as now we got 2 trucks pushing on the outside. Do they get a run behind? Here goes Bellinger! He says it's my race to win, baby! He goes to the outside down the back as we're heading into turn 3.
Coming down into turn 3 now. That's 21 on the outside, getting pushed real hard by Chris Stage. We got Matthew Wood trying to make it 3 wide. The 54 cuts him off down into turn 3. The 21 still out front. That's Tyler Bellinger. Off at turn 4 now. Josh Kreider making a resurgence on the inside lane. As you can see, side by side for the lead. We've got 6 cars on the outside, 3 cars on the inside. White flag out in the air.
White flag is in the air one more time around here at Daytona in duel number 1 as Bellinger is holding this outside line. Help from Stage. The Kreider boys on the inside. That's Josh and Jordan. They're going to open up a little bit of a gap here. Burbage is going to push. Here it is off of turn 2. Maybe a little bit of a draft down the back straightaway. Does Jordan make a move for the win on his brother? Does this outside line prevail here down the back straightaway? We're going to dive down here into turn 3 for the final time. Does anybody got to run? Does anything develop here as the outside line is still fading? They have lost it. The 69 committed to the rear bumper, the 5 of Josh Kreider. Who's going to make a move? It doesn't look like there's anything in it. It's going to be Josh Kreider taking dual win number 1 here as we're wrecking across the line.
Matthew Wood finishing in that P3 position. Jordan Kreider. We got a Kreider 1-2 with Matthew Wood following up in P3. What a run for these guys as they finish out duel 1 here at Daytona.
Man, no better feeling than having your brother committed to your rear bumper, not even wanting to pull out and make the move for the win by himself. He was committed. He's going to push Josh to the victory. I love that. Great job there by the Kreider boys. They played it perfectly. Started at the front was Jordan. Josh started towards the back. They played the strategy perfect. They were there when it counted, and there it is. Joshua Kreider finds victory lane. That's his first time this season. Congratulations to him.
Absolutely. All right, Jay, let's do a quick interview of these guys real quick as we try to get through these interviews to go to Duel 2. All right, let's get zoomed in here. Let's bring on down Matthew Wood. Matthew Wood, this is Thomas J in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh my goodness.
How are you doing tonight? What a great P3 run.
Well, that was after being up in the catch fence in that first wreck. I'm that's I didn't know what happened. I thought I turned Landon for a second. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Landon." But then I went back and looked, and he just went up, and I didn't think I got P3, but I guess I put myself in a good position there. All my teammates forgot to uncheck their tires, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's unfortunate," because I had already I would have forgot too, but I took my tires when I took my fast repair. So, good to be in the top 3. It's a confirmed lock now. Had to wait till this race was over, but I'm a regular season champion, and in my opinion, a champion. So, we did the Road America 500. Me and Noah did with Chris Stange. Actually, he was in a different car, but just luckily got in our lobby. I think he finished 10th, and we finished 2nd, just behind the leader. We almost won it, but I screwed up and cost us that. But good day, good day. We got to go to this other lobby now, but. Yeah, I've never been up in the catch fence in a league race before, so that's fun.
Well, there's first for everybody here tonight. Congratulations on your P3 tonight. I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do you got for Matthew as we round out this interview?
Yes, Matthew. I want to say congratulations on your P3 finish and your regular season championship. Who do you have to thank for this amazing regular season and for the race here tonight?
Well, everybody was driving really, really well. Of course, we had that one caution. And then coming to the line, we had a few scruffles. But overall, a great race from everybody. We were able to keep it side by side for a while. thank the Lord for doing this. And Noah did a great job on our paint scheme, so that's great. And last night didn't go as planned. As always, the Friday Night League. I got taken out on that 20. The guy got loose on the restart. Auto Club. Got loose, got hit again, hit the outside wall, got tagged. And that guy blindsided another guy into me, which blindsided me, and I hit the only opening in the entire track on the inside wall. Killed it completely. So just bad luck, but yeah, thank you guys as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our pleasure. Thank you so much for showing up here tonight, getting us some great on-track content. And Matthew, we'll see you in the second duel.
Hope to see you guys too.
All right. That was your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's bring down Jordan Kreider now, who finished P2. Jordan. Well, wait. Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Copy.
Man, how strong did that 69 car look tonight? Boy, you're leading a lot of laps, but there at the end, you elected to help your brother out there and get him the dubs. What was that like? We got a Josh Kreider, Jordan Kreider 1-2 here tonight at Daytona.
You have no idea how tempted I was to pull it on the high side on him. I'm like, I'll give you this one, but the next race, it's mine.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he owes you one.
Yeah, he does. He does for sure. But look, the beauty of it is we do have a dual twos, so it could happen.
Yeah, and then finishing second in the stage, second in the race, that's all the rocking me into the playoffs.
Yes, absolutely. That was the next question there, so that's great. Jordan Kreider going to be in your playoff contention here tonight. What a great run that you had. Congratulations on that tonight. And Jay, you got anything for Jordan as we round this out?
Yes, I just want to say, Jordan, you drove that 69 car really hard tonight. You were up front most of the night. Congratulations on that, and hopefully we see you at the end of the night in victory lane when your brother pushes you to the second dual win. And lastly, who do you have to thank for this performance here tonight?
My uncle Ronnie, he's been a big supporter, and I appreciate everything he does for the league and just in general, everything he does. So I appreciate him for helping.
Absolutely a great supporter of the PSCRL leagues. Thank you, Jordan, for coming out, giving us some great on-track content. Congratulations on your P2, and we'll see you in Duel 2.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring down the winner of the race, Josh Kreider. Josh, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do have a copy.
Josh, what a phenomenal run you had there tonight. Wow, just wow. You get to come home 1-2 with your brother. How does that feel?
Man, it feels great. I got to give him a shout out for, not pulling out there at the end when he could have. He definitely could have either caused a wreck or got the win. So, but then the big picture, I'm going to do everything that I can to get him to win in this next race. You got to have that Kreider brother energy. It's great to come home with another win at Daytona. It's my track. I love it. It's my third league race win here and in PSCRL. And I was really frustrated. I haven't won all season. It's been really rough. And have my brother push me to the win. It's just something special.
Yes, absolutely. We talked about it a little bit, how Jordan pushed you across the line there. He said he was really tempted to pull out and try to go for the win of that race, but he decided to stick behind you. Get that Kreider 1-2, and he was just about as amped as you were for that Kreider 1-2. But congratulations on your win in Duel 1. We're about to go to Duel 2, but before we do that, Jay, do you have anything for Josh before we head there?
Yes, Josh, congratulations. You locked into the playoffs to get your first win here of the season. Daytona, feeling good. Hopefully we see you again here at the end of the night. Maybe push the 69 to the win this time. That'd be cool to see. But nonetheless, who do you have to thank for this performance here tonight?
I got to thank my Uncle Lonnie for supporting us, my family for watching. I don't know if Dad's able to watch tonight or not. But glad for everybody that supports us. I got to give a shout out to all our great sponsors, NJB Designs. I'm bringing back this throwback. This is a paint scheme that I won at Daytona in season 2, and I was hoping for a little luck from there, and it certainly did bring it home. I also got to give a shout out to Kirsten and her kids, Ethan and Garrett, for doing the Casper Dash for Cash tonight. Dash for Cash. Jeez, I'm so adrenalined up that I can't even say my things right. It's been a really stressful week, and I'm just glad to come home with a win, and we'll go and try to go back to back with the Crowder brothers for sure.
Absolutely. Well, once again, congratulations on your win, Josh, and we'll see ya in Duel 2.
See you guys. Thank you.
All right, Jay. Look, we're going to be, again, doing something a little bit different here. We're going to be rolling into Duel 2. We got qualifying happening in 10 minutes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the intro broadcast stream, and then we will see you guys in, I don't know, 7 minutes or so? 7 minutes? Yep, 7 minutes. All right, we'll see y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for race 2 now, as we are getting ready to go qualifying. Dallas Ewart being the first one to take the opportunity to get on track here for qualifying. A lot of the same happening here, as we see these guys go on track. Real quick in the chat, Tanja saying exciting races, GG drivers. Giving us a whole bunch of comments. Thanks, Tanja. We love seeing you out here. We love talking with you. Giving us some great insights from the viewer's perspective. But look at this. Dallas Ewart now going through turns 3 and 4 to start his qualifying run.
Yeah, he's right there up against the wall. Your first lap here around Daytona qualifying. You want to make the track as wide as possible to build as much speed. Then you take it right down to the bottom so you can get the fastest lap possible, make the shortest way around the track, as he's already got a purple sector here at the beginning of qualifying, as we're going to get a big full track of qualifying here in. Everybody's going to be hitting the track trying to put down a top lap time here to take the pole for duel number 2.
Yes, absolutely. You can see Dallas, he's trying to grab as much momentum as he can on his first lap as he comes off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. He's going to stick to that high lane, and he's going to put all his chips in one basket here on lap 2. He's going to roll that inside line, hug that yellow line on that lap 2, as he's still trying to build a little bit of momentum here as he comes through 3 and 4. As he comes off of turn 4, now looking to take his second lap.
Yeah, here it is. Let's see what he can do here in qualifying. He's still rolling the outside line, so I'm not sure if this is going to be his coming to green lap or if it's going to be a timed lap. It is. He's going to go to the top of the board for now at a 53.523, and then Connolly, he bested with a 52.526.
All right, coming through turns 1 and 2, you can see your top 6 at the moment. Top 7, Dylan Carrier getting himself up on the board. Brian Underwood. Melvin Berenger goes P4 at the moment with a 52.968. Danny White goes P10. As we see a whole slew of other drivers now coming across start-finish line. Jordan Han, he goes P11. It's Dallas Ewart still sitting on that P12 mark as he comes through 3 and 4, hugging that yellow line. Let's see what Dallas can do here off of turn 4. This is going to be his money lap.
Yeah, let's see if he can best his lap here. Currently sitting in that P14 position. William Connolly is the time to beat with a 52.526. Let's see what Dallas does this time across the line. He does improve up to P4 with a 52.576.
A great lap for Dallas now as we go on and watch Jonathan Gaston now through turns 3 and 4. As he comes off of turn 4, he is currently P6 on the board, P7. Dylan Carrier to the top of the board with a flyer of 52.4. Oh, Jordan Kreider beats him as the 72 comes across start-finish line. Let's see if he can improve. He goes P5 with a 52.502. Let's look at Ben Gleason now as he comes off of turn 4.
Yeah, Ben Gleason in the Miller Lite time, baby. I love it. Saturday night. Some brewskis for the boys here in the Miller Lite American flag truck here tonight. Let's see what he does here across the line. Looks like he is going to be in that. You might have to correct me if I'm wrong here, Tom.
14th.
14th. There it is. 14th. Great run for him.
All right, Aiden Lucas now in the 47, coming across the line. He's currently P19. Let's see where he can put that 47. P12 at the moment. Benjamin Romano now coming into the travel, going below the yellow line there, coming across start-finish line. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve? He does just a little bit to P16. Matthew Wood goes up to P9. As we now got Henry Dudley coming down the back straightaway in that number 18 M&M's car, coming down into turn 3 to finish his qualifying run.
Yeah, M&M's on the side of that machine. That's a throwback right there by Henry Dudley here through turns. I believe this is 3 and 4. Going to try and complete this lap time here. Off of turn 4, he's going to continue. He's currently sitting at he's untimed position right now. Let's see if he can put a lap time on the board here better than P18. Let's see what he does this time. And it is a 52.617 for Henry Dudley up to P16 on the board.
All right, 3 cars have not qualified. Josh Kreider sitting there on pit road, maybe having a little bit of issues there. Nathan Brookover, Tyler Bellinger also not pitting. Real quick in the chat, Tanja Kangas, super talent. Matt Wood keep your eyes on this kid in the future. He's got game. Absolutely, that guy has been dominating this series. Jordan Kreider to the top of the board one more time as we go back to our Grand Marshal for the start of this race.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Kreider, your Grand Marshal. Daytona Speedway. I'm very excited about seeing this race tonight. So, gentlemen, without further ado, start them engines and let's go racing, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing rolling as we pull up the grid for the start of this race. Jordan Kreider on top of the board once again here at Daytona in the number 69. Dylan Carrier in the 54, starting P2.
Starting P3, that's Melvin Behringer in the number 19 truck, and the wheelman right there behind the number 79, that's Danny White starting P4.
Driver of the 72, that's Jonathan Gaston, starting P5 with Landon Burbage on the outside of him in the 2 truck, starting P6.
Starting P7, that's William Connolly in the number 25 truck with Jordan Hand in the number 3, starting P8.
Matthew Wood in the 9th position in the number 16 with Brian Underwood in the 77, starting P10.
Yeah, starting P11, that's Noah Blackwell in the number 88 truck with old Dallas Seaway over there in the number 83 here. Rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight in that Casper Duel number 2, your final chance at the playoffs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Duel 2 about to take off here as we wait for just no more drivers now, as everybody has taken the grid. Once again, the 69 of Jordan Kreider up top on the board, ready to take and lead this green flag run here tonight. We're going to have a stage caution on lap 10 again as the 69 comes off of pit road. Jay, look at this. We are on Duel 2. What have we learned from Duel 1? Who are you taking this time around? And what to expect?
Very competitive outside line, inside line. I believe we're going to see a lot more of that. I believe we're going to see some 3-wide action here now in this second race. If we get a pretty good start to this race, no big wreck early, I think we're going to see a lot of jockeying for position, maybe a little desperation at some of these boys, knowing this is their final chance. They are 35 laps away from sealing their fate on this season, whether they're in the playoffs or not. But for my pick tonight, I think everything comes full circle. You do goodness in the world, some goodness will come back in your favor, and that's why I'm going to take Jordan Hand. He's going to drive that 69 truck extremely hard tonight, and he's going to take the victory flag here tonight in duel number 2.
Great stuff. I think you met Jordan Kreider. Is that right?
I met Jordan Kreider. Yeah. I got lost in my little monologue.
That's okay. What are friends for, Jay? You know? But great choices there. We learned a lot in Duel 1. That inside line is very strong. You need a good pusher on the outside to get yourself in front of the leader there. Jay, the 69, a great choice here tonight, but I'm going to go with the 79 this time around. Danny White, he showed a lot of speed there in the first duel, and he has all the knowledge he needs now to bring it home in P1 tonight to try it in this Duel 2. This is Casper's Duel 2 here at Daytona as they come off at turn 4 now. Jordan Kreider is going to be leading this field to green. Pace car going to keep coming off the racing surface, and Jordan inching closer to the restart zone as the 69 gets the green flag, and he takes off once again. Melvin Behringer right behind him, the 79. He's going to jump in line here on the inside line. He's not going to let the 54 in as the 19 now, he goes to the outside line. Look at him, the 19, the 54 organized on the outside going down into turn 1. The 79 to the rear bumper of the 69 now coming off at turn 2. That outside lane is looking dangerous though as they come down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Melvin Behringer up here on the outside. All the help in the world here from behind with Dylan Carrier. There's Burbage in the mix, Hands in the mix, as the outside line is prevailing here down the back straightaway here tonight in the second duel. Lap 1 is underway, and it looks like the 19's going to leak ahead into turn 3.
Coming off at turn 4 now, the 69 of Jordan Kreider. He's making a comeback now on the inside line. The 79 of Danny White pushing real hard, but it's not going to matter. The 19 of Melvin Behringer. He's going to lead lap 1 here at Daytona. Duel 2 in the PSCRO series as they come on down to turn 1 now as the 69 making a resurgence back on the inside. He's going to try to make something happen here with the 79 and Danny White behind him. And we got 3 wide action back here. Jordan Hand sneaking up the middle, coming off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Jordan Hand, we're already seeing aggression being made here as Jordan Hand goes to the inside. Now it's going to leave Burbage out to the outside by himself. Here comes Stange to the outside. He's trying to mix it up. He's trying to push the 2. Oh, Behringer leaves a little bit of bottom open. Jordan Hand, Dylan Carrier trying to make it happen. Oh, a little bit of stack up. The inside line's going to prevail as they're going to pull a little bit of a gap here off of turn 4.
Coming down off of turn 4 and down into the tri-oval now. We got William Connolly. He's pushing out now in front of Behringer. He's going to get a big push here by the 19. Coming across start-finish line and down into turn 1 now. The 69 still out front here being pushed by the 79 as the 25 and the 19 try to make a resurgence here on the outside lane. Through turns 1 and 2 now, off at turn 2 and looking down the back straightaway. Let's see what the 25 and 19 can do on that outside line.
Yeah, we got even formed lines inside and outside, and it's a drag race now between Jordan Kreider and William Connolly side by side down here into turn 3. Looks like the 69 is going to prevail here on the inside just a little bit here through turns 3 and 4. Help from behind with Danny White. We got Gaston back in the mix here as well. Rough start to duel 1, but here he is up towards the front of the field as it looks like Connolly on the outside. Help from Behringer. He might lead this lap here at Daytona.
He comes across the line. He does. He leads lap 3 now as they come down into turn 1. That 25 leaks out ahead of the 69. Is he going to come down in front of him? Let's see what he does. Oh, very close there. He's going to stay high with Melvin Behringer pushing behind him as they come off at turn 2 now. Brian Underwood on the outside lane trying to make 3 wide happen. Back here in the pack, not going to be able to make anything happen there as they do come down the back straightaway. The 69 getting a great run now going down into turn 3. He's going to hold on to the lead with the 79 behind him pushing real strong here.
Yeah, they continue to push. We got 3 wide action back here. Oh, we got a little bit of contact. Maybe some wall contact. They all hang on to it. Oh, as we were wrecking. There goes Jaden Porter. And Blackwell's around. There's Romano, Dudley. Big wreck here on lap 5.
The 18, 24, 74, and the 2, they're all caught up in this. Henry Dudley, Noah Blackwell, he got caught up in it as well. He got spun down to the inside before all that madness ensued. Let's go and see what happened on this caution. All right, watching Noah Blackwell here because I saw him go and shoot to the inside lane. Maybe a little help by the 74 as he comes up and into the cars on the outside. Let's see what happens to the 88 though, because this can get very interesting if he hit the inside wall or not. Oh, he saved it! Wow. As everybody else stacks it up behind here. Alright, let's go back live. Let's see, we've got Jordan Kreider still out front here. Danny White, P2. Jonathan Gaston, P3. Matthew Wood, P4. Jordan Hand, P5. Down on pit road right now. That's Jaden Porter in the 74. He has a lot of damage to that race vehicle. As you can see, these guys coming off of turn 4 now. Let's see if any of them elect to take a pit stop here. Remember, we've got a stage caution on lap 10. Not a lot to worry about as Jordan Hand peaks, but he's not going to do it. A lot of these guys peeking as well. Dallas Seward going to be the first one to come down pit road. Maybe try to get a little bit of damage repair, possibly. Chris Goetz, Landon Burbridge, Ben Gleason, Josh Kreider, Tyler Bellinger, Nathan Brookover, Noah Blackwell, Henry Dudley, Benjamin Romano. All these guys down pit road. Dallas in his box at the moment. Probably just going to take a little bit of fuel here. As you can see him coming off of pit road now. It looks like he's going to lead these guys off of pit road as well.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of your leaders are going to take the opportunity to get these stage points. We saw how important they were at the first stage, and they're going to do the same again here. Jordan Kreider did lock himself in, as he said in his interview, to the playoffs here in the first duel. Danny White, one of those guys on the outside looking in, maybe he can win this stage as well, like he did the first duel. Maybe he's put himself in a good position to make the playoffs as well. Gaston's going to be out there in P3. A lot of mix-up up here at the front of the field. We'll see what these guys can do. With strategy-wise, we probably go with a little bit of a 2-lap shootout before the stage.
All right. While we're running under caution, we'll give you guys a little bit of a video here, and we'll see you guys after it.
We're the hub for motorsports. If you love racing, this is the place to be. Collier goes into turn 1. Foxy water rides!
He chastained it! He's still... All right, now coming off of the final corner in turn 4, we're going to go green flag racing once again here at Daytona. The pace car coming off the racing surface. Control to Jordan Kreider as he inches closer to the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. Jordan Kreider getting a huge jump over the rest of the field. Jonathan Gaston caught sleeping there on that restart. Danny White on the outside now. He's going to look for a run on the outside. Let's see what he can do now coming down into turn 1 and off at turn 2. Matthew Wood behind the 79 giving him a great push now, as you can see. Oh yeah, he's going to get a great run down here down the back, and Matthew Wood now pulling out on the outside of the 79. It looks like he's going to go around him too, and look at the whole train going around him. The 19, the 25, the 16, the 54. They all get around him now going down into turn 3.
Yeah, kind of a repeat there of duel number 1 is that outside line just prevails. Danny White, Jordan Kreider way back in the field now. As you see Matthew Wood leading them all. Here's Connolly pushing him. Here comes Carrier with a big move to the outside. We're coming to get lap 9. We got 2 more laps to go in this stage. Who's going to get these valuable stage points?
2 laps to go in this stage. Matthew Wood out front here tonight coming down into turn 1. Let's see what that 54 can do on the outside with a little bit of help from the 79. Coming off at turn 2 now, coming down the back straightaway. Matthew Wood, William Connolly, and Matthew Wood goes for the block. William Connolly down to the inside. We're wrecking down the back straightaway.
Oh, there goes the whole field. Oh, it's the whole front of the field right there, piled in. Oh, big wreck. Danny White's involved. Yeah, that's massive wreck here down the back. Holy cow. Big wreck. I said at the top, Tom, the aggression was going to get picked up here in Duel 2, and it has. Aggression, full aggression, wanting to get to the front of the field. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was that was a lot of cars there. That was Dallas Seward involved in it too. Maybe not a lot of damage to that 83 as he comes through the tri-oval here. It looks pretty good. 77 grabbing a little bit of damage. All the way up here to the 25 of Connolly, who's P4 now. He has some damage. I mean, that really was the whole field.
Yeah, I think that's going to end the stage under yellow, I believe, here, lap 10. That is going to hand the stage win over to Jordan Kreider now. Great job getting the stage win here tonight in duel number 2. Wow, it's been a what? Whoa, gassed it. Oh, goodness. Lots of accidents happening here. Getting that thing blowed up here. Wow. Got me on the edge of my seat here, Tom. Holy cow.
These pace laps just about as interesting as the race. I'm just kidding. Anyways, P2 goes to Jonathan Gaston, P3 William Connolly, P4 Chris Stange, Jordan Hand comes home P5, Noah Blackwell P6, Aiden Lucas P7, Brian Underwood P8, Dallas Ewart P9, Matthew Wood coming home P10. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened here to round out this stage here. As we go a little slow motion, the 79, the 25 get together just a little bit there. Tags the 16, the 54 coming back across the track now. Melvin very close to making it through, does not. The 69 does get involved just a little bit here. As you can see, Jordan Hand trying to make his way through it on the bus stop down the back straightaway. The 54 of Dylan Carrier still making contact with other cars. Chris Goetz finding himself with a little bit of damage. Dallas Seward trying to find his way through, barely gets tapped by the 54 and sends him to the outside there, making a lot of contact as the 54 slowly comes down to a stop. As we go back live now, we're watching some people come off of pit road. Jordan Kreider wins that race. Jonathan Gaston, Chris Stange, Noah Blackwell, most of these guys sticking in the position that they were in. Landon Burbridge P8, Nathan Brookover P9, and Tyler Bellinger running out your top 10 now. After this pit sequence.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're going to see all these guys make a pit stop. We saw in duel number 1, though, they don't have enough fuel at the end of this stage to make it to the end of the race. So we're going to probably see this pit stop here under stage break and then see another pit stop maybe under green. But depending on the way that this race has been playing out with the aggression, we might just see few more of these caution flags here tonight in this race. These boys, they know this is their last opportunity to make the playoffs, and they're giving it everything she wrote here as we're bunching them back up. Maybe there's a little debate there when that caution came out who actually won that stage. It looks like iRacing scored Kreider with the stage win, but it was awfully close. They were pretty much side by side when that caution came out. Kreider must have just barely nudged him there for that stage win. As the lights are still on the pace vehicle, we might see him head down pit lane this time by.
All right, as they come off of turn 4 now, we'll see Jordan Kreider. See what he does here. Maybe top off a little bit more fuel here. As they come into the tri-oval now, not going to take that opportunity. It looks like maybe Jordan Hand takes that opportunity. He does. Nathan Brookover taking that opportunity as well. Let's see if anybody else does. William Connolly. He is going to take that opportunity. So only 3 trucks taking that opportunity right now. Jordan Hand being the leader of that opportunity taker. As we go back up to the front here. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going green flag racing. This time by to restart. 23 laps to go at Daytona.
Yes, we're going to have 23 laps to go here in duel number 1. Surprising we didn't see any pit stops here under the stage break. We'll see what these boys can do here now. With running a little bit lower on fuel, maybe we'll see pit stops under green a little sooner than we did there in duel number 1. That could shake up the strategy a little bit as we saw a couple of guys decide to pit. Maybe they could play a little bit of long game here and maybe switch the track position around if we do see another yellow flag. As we're seeing some new contenders up towards the front. There's Noah Blackwell up in here. Chris Stange, Joshua Kreider, who won duel number 1. He's up in the mix. A lot of mixtures up here at the front of the field as the lights are out on the pace vehicle. And we are gonna get this race restarted and get the green flag back in the air.
Down the back straightaway, we're gonna try to get this green flag going here, and we're gonna watch Jordan Kreider go ahead and restart this field. Jonathan Gaston, he is making up your first row with Jordan Kreider, Chris Stange, Noah Blackwell making up row 2. And that is Josh Kreider already back up to the top 5 with Aiden Lucas there in the 3rd row. We're seeing a lot of the same up front here as we saw in Duel 1. Like what we said, anything can happen here at Daytona. And everybody's getting a little antsy here with Duel 2, trying to maximize their points run and get themselves into the playoffs. The pace car about to come off the racing surface. Jordan Kreider in control of this restart as he inches closer to the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. The 69 gets a great jump. Jonathan Gaston trying to hold strong with them as they cross the start-finish line. The 29 at Chris Stange now. He's already to the rear bumper of Jordan Kreider as they come on down to turn 1. The 88 of Noah Blackwell trying to get to the rear bumper of the 72. Josh Kreider back there as well. He's rolling up to the rear bumper of Chris Stange now as they come through turns 1 and 2. You can see him there off of turn 2. Now that outside lane is dissipated. Chris Stange, he's pushing out. Josh Kreider was going to go with him. Not anymore. Down the back straightaway. Oh, we got people down onto the apron there. That's a 24 of Benjamin Romano. We're 4 wide for a second there going into turn 3.
Yeah, Josh Kreider gets right down there on the bottom line behind his brother. He's going to try and commit to the rear bumper. We said it after duel number 1. Was he going to stick to his brother and help him push him to the victory here in duel number 2? And here they are, 1-2 right now across the line. We're going to get 22 laps to go, but here comes Stange. Help from Gaston up here on the outside as the intensity has risen. It is not dissipating one bit as we're going to dive down here into turn 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now. Chris Stange on the high side. The 72, the 83 trying to form up that outside lane and try to get to the front. Off at turn 2 now. You can see the 29. He's trying to get a side draft here. Slow down the inside lane and try to get himself propelled up to the front. Look at that outside lane forming now. We got plenty of cars on the high side and plenty of cars on the inside. This is going to shape up to be a beautiful race for the late of this race with 21 laps to go as we cross the start-finish line. Off at turn 4 now. We're side by side for the lead of this race. Jordan Kreider, Chris Stange going at it as they go across the start-finish line.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan Kreider's going to get a massive shove here by Josh. He's going to push him back to the front of the field. Oh, man, this field is barreling. You can just feel the intensity. This pack is more tightly wound than we've seen in the first duel. These boys know they got 21 more laps to playoff glory. One more opportunity to punch your ticket in as they're continuing to push you down the back as the Kreider bros are leaking ahead. And then we have Bellinger. He's off the pace down here on the infield, or on the below the double yellow line. Is ready for turn 3. We're still side by side for the race lead.
Down into turn 3, still side by side for the race lead. Chris Stange on the outside. Josh Kreider getting real loose there going into turn 3. That outside lane again has just formed beautifully off of turn 4 now. Chris Stange trying to make a run to lead a lap here, and it looks like he is going to do it. Look at the run he's got on the outside as they cross the start finish line now. That 29, Chris Stange leads that lap. Down Jonathan Gaston maybe looking to the outside. Not going to happen there. Maybe just trying to cool off his truck a little bit, but going down into turn 1 now. Jordan Kreider back out front.
Yeah, Jordan Kreider still leading this inside line. The 5 truck committed to his bumper as he's going to leak ahead. Maybe he's not going to block the outside line. He's going to let Stange have it. Here comes Gaston to give Stange all the support he needs. Here comes Dallas Seward. Do we form a third line here? No, they're going to stay committed to that outside line. Continue to push Stange. Continue to roll the momentum on the outside as it looks like he leaks ahead just a bit here into turn 3. Still side by side for the race lead. Maybe getting a little bit of air to that 83 truck there on the outside. He's got Carrier behind him. Both lines formed extremely well here off of turn 4.
All right, both lines are formed, and they are busy as they come through the tri-oval. It looks like the 69 is going to lead that lap. We got 19 laps to go here in the Casper Duel 2 as they come on down to turn 1. Still side by side for the lead. The 47 looking to try to make a third line up there. Not going to be able to garner any support for that, but through turns 1 and 2, now off of 2, and down the back straightaway, that outside lane looks to be cooking.
Yeah, that outside line is just really rolling with all the momentum. They've got the numbers right now, maybe a little separation down there on the inside line, as we've got 8 cars here under a blanket. Everybody just committed to pushing. Nobody's getting too aggressive trying to make a third line work yet. We're still working together. We still got one more pit stop, I believe, to the end of this race. We haven't seen most of your leaders make a stop here yet, as we're still side by side for the race lead. Stage maybe leaking ahead a little bit with the help from Gaston, as the Kreider boys, they are committed. Bumpers locked and everything as they cross the line. 18 laps to go.
18 laps to go, down into turn 1. The Kreider Bros really making a statement here tonight at Daytona, saying that they can win both races. What a feat that would be to see Kreider 1-2 as they come off of turn 2. Oh, contact! The 5 truck makes contact with the 72. A little bit of a breakup with the inside line now as they come down the back straightaway. The 29 clears the 69. Is he going to bring it on down? Yo, he does! Holy cow! He shuts the door! He almost made a wreck there! Chris Stage to the lead on the inside lane!
Wow, the aggression. Now Kreider's going to be pushing the 29 of Stage, and with Stage moving to the bottom, that outside line has dissipated. Now it's Gaston leading the charge, with Dallas Seward pushing him, Dylan Carrier pushing the 30 or the 83 truck. As we're going down into turn 1, the inside line is absolutely prevailing. They are pushing for all they're worth. Look at the 69 with the aggressive, solid shove here to the back of the 29 here off a turn.
Off of turn 2, now down the back straightaway. Oh, he's going to block! That's 29! He's trying to block the 60. Oh, they're wrecking! They're down the back straightaway! Oh, they're going to keep it straight here! Down the back straight. Oh, no! The 29 comes back on track! There's a huge wreck that ensues here! The caution is out! Lots of blocking there. The Kreider Bros were trying to stick together there, Josh and Jordan, and it ends in a heartbreak with 16 laps to go here. The 54, Dylan Carrier involved, Chris Stange involved, Josh Kreider, Nathan Brookover also involved. It looks like the 2 truck of Landon Burbridge was involved as well. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened. Oh, you could already see that they are getting loosey-goosey here. This all started off of turn 2 here with the 69 trying to get around the 29. Let's see if we can find that right there. There's a lot to unravel here, as the 69 got a great run off of turn 2 with a little bit of help from his brother as he comes back down to the inside lane. Just a lot happened there. The 69 coming back up on track, the 29 as well, and you can just see carnage. Oh man, up front as well. I completely missed that, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. Let's see. We'll go back to the 5 truck of Josh Kreider as they were almost looking at a 4. Oh, that was a separate incident. The 79 and the 54 got involved there, and the 5 truck getting a big wall contact there going into turn 3.
It's going to shake up the rest of this race, going to turn into a little bit of a race of survival. Oh, wow. Here at Daytona, duel number 2, the aggression's up. You can tell the mood and the vibe here in this second duel is different than that first duel. We see it in IRL too, though. I mean, when you got one duel that's real clean and straightforward, the second one turns into absolute mayhem and carnage, and that's what we've seen here tonight. As it looks like Gaston, he's going to win the race off pit road. Here comes Blackwell, Danny White. They're going to take advantage of it. There's Underwood, Dallas Seward, rounding out your top 5 on the race off of pit road here with 15 laps to go.
Jordan Kreider coming off P6, Aiden Lucas P7, William Connolly P8, Melvin Berenger P9, Dylan Carrier back up into the top 10 at the moment. As we see these guys coming, rounding through turns 1 and 2, coming off of the apron. Now a lot to unpack there. We've got 15 laps to go here at Daytona under our 3rd caution at the moment. And a lot on the line as these guys try to get to the finish of this race.
Yeah, it's been an absolute wild race of survival, race of attrition. We've seen multiple of your top front runners get involved in wrecks. I don't think we're done yet, Tom. I think that the intensity of this race has just been risen to a level that I don't think it's going to calm down one bit, especially as we wind this thing down towards the end. One last chance to make the playoffs, one last chance to get a victory here at Daytona. These boys are going to be digging for all they're worth, and I think we're going to see a little bit more of what we've just seen so far here tonight. 15 laps to go. We'll probably have about lucky number 13 to go when we get that green flag in the air, and we're going to see what Gaston and Blackwell could do at the front of the field. A lot, like I mentioned at the top, Noah Blackwell, Danny White, these are guys that are on the outside looking in for the playoffs. They got one more opportunity. Can they get it done? They've got the track position now. Can they capitalize on it?
Absolutely. Real quick to the chat. Under that first wreck that we had, Dallas Ewert says that was the slowest I've been spun. Tanja, gosh, hard racing sometimes works, sometimes not. Absolutely, that is the truth. Here at Daytona, more times than not, it doesn't work. Well, sometimes it does work. Well, I don't know. This it's so unpredictable. So unpredictable. Yeah. But look, we got lights off on the pace car. We're going to go green flag racing this time by Jonathan Gaston on point. He's going to lead this field to green. Noah Blackwell on the outside of him. Danny White, Brian Underwood making up your second row. Dallas Seward and Jordan Kreider making up your third row. As he come off of turn 2. All right, Jay, we got 13 laps to go at the line. Man, what a crazy race we've experienced so far. I think it's only going to turn up.
I think so too. I think that like I mentioned, there's just a certain vibe to this race from the drop of the green flag. You could just tell it was going to be different than duel number 1. It's proved to be that way. These boys, they know they've got 13 laps to go in this race. I'm not sure if they're good to go on fuel or not to the end. That's going to be interesting if somebody plays a little bit of strategy or tries to save some fuel if we do have to make a pit stop. But nonetheless, this is Daytona. You got to be aggressive if you're going to win this race, and that's what we've seen here tonight. A lot of aggression, a lot of guys moving forward, a lot of guys having some issues, but here we are. We're going to line up for 13 more laps. Quick shootout to the finish here.
Quick shootout to the finish. That is 13 laps to go at the line once again. Jonathan Gaston going to be leading this field to green. As we see everybody coming off of turn 4 now. We're going to watch that pace car come off of the racing surface and control to the 72, who has won before on a superspeedway this season at Talladega. Jonathan Gaston now inching closer to the restart zone. As the green flag flies, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field. Danny White right behind him. They're going to get a great jump into turn 1 here as they've already got cars linked up together on that inside line. That outside lane looking good as well as the 88 of Noah Blackwell. He is leading it with Brian Underwood and Jordan Kreider behind him. Dallas Seward darts to the inside as he tries to help that inside lane off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway now. We're going to watch this outside lane and see what kind of a run they get.
Yeah, they're going to get a massive run. Underwood committed to the 88 of Blackwell. They're going to go push to the lead here down the back. Blackwell, does he stay to the outside? Stay with the pusher of the 77 of Underwood. He does. Gaston getting a little bit of a resurgent. Help from Danny White down here on the inside. Here it is, a drag race for the lead. Blackwell v. Gaston here off of turn 4. It's going to be tight across the line as we're going to get 12 more circuits around here at Daytona in the Casper Duel number 2.
12 laps to go here at Daytona. The 72 on the inside getting pushed real hard by the 79, but the 88 on the outside with Brian Underwood, Jordan Kreider, and now Melvin Behringer behind them going through turns 1 and 2. They're going to look to get a run here coming down the back straightaway. Let's see what they can do now as they do come down the back straightaway. Maybe a little bit of a run here happening. Blackwell barely inching out in front of Gaston now. Down into turn 3. Let's see if he makes a move here. It doesn't look like he does. Now through 3 and 4.
Yeah, through 3 and 4, it looks like Blackwell still got this outside momentum rolling. There's 4 trucks locking bumpers up here on the outside trying to push for all they're worth. As here it is, a little bit of a drag race again to the line, the inside line with a little bit of resurgence. Little stack up on the outside. That's going to allow the inside line to take advantage here, led by Gaston. Danny White pushing him. continually here into turn 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now, the 72 looking like he's got this thing in the bag on the inside lane at the moment. The 79, the 83, 47 really linking up and doing a great job to keep that 72 out front as they come down the back straightaway now. That 88 of Noah Blackwell, he's got a little bit of a run here with the 77 of help behind him. The 19 giving the 69 a little bit of a shove now. Going down into turn 3, the 72 still out front.
Yeah, 72 of Gaston continuing to lead as Danny White continues to push him here off of turn 4. It looks like these guys are going to continue to lead here, leaking out ahead of this outside line. They're pushing. Still committed to these 2 lines. A little bit of a drag race, but here it is, the Digga Boys. 10 laps to go here in the duel number 2 here at Daytona as Gaston continues to lead this inside line. The desperation, the intensity, it's ramping up as we're closing in to the end of this race.
Ooh, a little bit of squirrely action back there in the pack with the 18, and it looks like the 66 of Gleason. No, that wasn't Gleason. That was... Chris Goetz, excuse me, coming down the back straight away now. Blackwell looking like he's going to get a little bit of a run on the outside. No, he is not. That inside line is prevailing quite nicely now. Coming into turn 3, you can see Blackwell dropping off a little bit. Dallas Seward finding himself in that P3 position as the 79 looking high to get a little bit of cooldown, it looks like, as they come down into the tri-oval now. Going to cross the start-finish line. 9 laps to go with Gaston out front.
Yeah, Gaston continues to lead. 9 laps to go. Danny White still committed to the rear bumper here of the 72 as the outside line maybe having a little bit of a disturbance here. Oh, we're looking at 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide action. Oh, nope. Connolly thinks better of it. He stays to the outside. Help from Romano. That was a close moment. That got real tight there in 1 and 2. As off of turn 2, the outside line is fading a little bit as the inside line's got all the pushers, all the momentum, making it happen here. Continuing to push Gaston, who's controlling this field. Oh, Connolly, look at 3 wide. Here he is, coming through the middle, shooting the gap to the inside of Beringer, to the inside of Jordan Kreider. Oh, near contact. Oh, it's going to get tight. Let's see what they do here out of turn 4.
Off at turn 4 now. Dallas Seward goes to the high lane. He's going to try to block Noah Blackwell. It's not going to happen. Does the 77 go with him? No, he does not. The 25 still shooting up the middle with the 24 behind him. Romano trying to give him a little bit of help. Oh, the 77 ditches the 88. Dallas Seward now up the middle. He's going to try to go for the lead here. Oh, we're banging into turn 1. Door banging here as the 54 stays high with the 88. The outside lane now dropping back off of turn 2. Now Dallas Seward with going up the middle. It works out for him as they go down the back straightaway.
Yeah, we got all kinds of disturbance. The intensity is ramped up. There's Blackwell on the outside. Help from Carrier. We were door banging, wheel banging there at Daytona. Unbelievable. As now the outside line is led by Dallas Seward in the middle line, I guess, because we got an outside line with Noah Blackwell. As we are closing in at the end of this race, we're going to get 7 laps to go this time at the line. And Gaston, here comes Seward with the help from Underwood. We're going to have a little bit of a drag race across the line.
Oh, cross the line. Seward just barely missing out on a lap lead here as he goes down into turn 1. He does lead the field just for a split second as Gaston comes back on the inside and takes over the lead of the race once again. Look at Noah Blackwell on the high side. He's coming back on that high side with almost no help. Coming down the back straight away now. It's 3 wide for the race lead right now with Noah Blackwell on the inside, Dallas Seward down the middle, and Jonathan Gaston on the inside. They're going down into turn 3 now, and they are not giving up anything on track.
Oh, a little bit of a stack up here in the middle line. Oh, it got tight there. Underwood had to lift there for a split second. We had no incident as we're shuffling. We're moving. Here comes 88 of Blackwell with a big run from behind from Carrier as Gaston on the inside line is prevailing. We got 6 laps to go, and these boys, we are getting to the end. The nitty-gritty of the race here at Daytona down here into turn 1 as the 72 is building a little bit of a gap as we're close. Wheel banging, door banging here through 1 and 2.
Through 1 and 2, the 83 pushes the 88 high off at 2, down the back straight away now. That 88 has a huge resurgence now as he's looking at go in front of the 83, the 72. Jonathan Gaston still out front here as that middle lane looks like it may have dissipated here just a little bit. Now look, the 83 and the 77 in front of the 88. The 88's going to drop down to now the middle lane as they come off at turn 4. Now Noah Blackwell thinks better of it as they come through the tri-oval now. Dallas Seward still leading that outside lane across the line. 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go for playoff glory. Gaston leading this outside line here, or the inside line. Here comes Dallas Seward. Help from the 77 of Underwood. Blackwell now is committed to the rear bumper of the 77. This outside line's got some fast trucks, and they are moving now. Is Danny White stays committed to the rear bumper of the 72. Doesn't want to take an opportunity to go to the outside. As we're shuffling down the back straightaway, here comes Seward on the outside. We got lap traffic just up the road here, as we're going to come 4 laps to go this time at the line as we're diving down here into turn 3.
Down into turn 3, that lap traffic might prove a little difficult as Landon Burbridge is on that outside lane trying to make it 3 wide there. As here it comes, Landon Burbridge, what is he going to do in the back there? Oh, we're going to spread out just a little bit. The 24, wow, he gives a lot of room right there and allows people to come down to get around that lap traffic. What a move by him as they come across the line. Gaston leads, 4 laps to go here at Daytona, down into turn 1.
Yeah, down here to turn 1, these boys did a fantastic job getting by the lap traffic. There is now, everything's in front of them. We got the 2 lines formed. When do we see a 3rd line? Does anybody want to make a move here to make a 3rd line work? Is they're still committed to these 2 lines? Even numbers, pushing as hard as they possibly can. Is Dallas Seward still using the momentum for the 77? Oh, he goes to the inside. Oh, he's going to get stuck in the middle, right there in the sucker hole. Bye-bye, Dallas Seward. Back in the middle is now, it looks like the outside is going to be led by Underwood. Here comes Gaston, still working the inside.
Gaston moves back down to the middle. Oh, they're trying to get back down. Chris Stage is around. We're wrecking down the front straight, or excuse me, through the tri-oval. The 29 gets clipped there, and Josh Kreider makes it through everybody back here. A relatively clean wreck there as we saw only a couple of cars involved. Chris Stage, unfortunate.
Yeah, Stain just had a really rough duel number 2. Been involved in several incidents here. Unfortunate back there. Like, saw it coming though, Tom. I mean, the intensity had been just to the absolute max. We were on rev limiter 10 right there, pushing 15 billion RPM as we were diving here with 3 laps to go. We're gonna get one of these overdrive finishes though to settle it with one more chance. We're gonna have Gaston and Danny White up there on the front row. This is gonna get wild here.
Absolutely, a classic overdrive finish with the Dega Boys here on YouTube, and it's going to be broadcasted with the PSCRL gang here at Daytona for Duel 2, Casper's Duel 2. Let's go back now and watch that replay of the yellow flag and see what happened to the 29 of Chris Dange. Coming down into the tribe. Oh, it's just a big checkup there. Just a big checkup. We're going to rewind it just a little bit more here as we watch these guys come off of turn 4. The checkup coming from the 88, and it just stacks everybody up. Really, not a fault of really anybody. That's just unfortunate. The 24 grabbing a lot of damage there from Chris Dange after he clips him there. As we go back live here, we got a couple of people coming down pit road. Dylan Carrier, Josh Kreider, Benjamin Romano. Chris Dange coming down pit road as well. You see the 29 got a lot of damage there on that restart. Excuse me. As a 5 truck gets into his pit box. Dylan Carrier also getting into his pit box. But a late game shakeup. What does this mean, Jay?
I mean, it means put the pedal to the metal, got skinny pedal, wrap that thing to the floor, give it all you got, Captain, and say, hey, bring me, or say me Jesus, or say me the wall, bring me the wheel of the checkered flag here tonight at Daytona. I mean, the intensity we've seen tonight, you only got one option, right? You just put it to the floor and pray you come out the other side in victory lane.
I think Andy Jankowiak said it best, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to duplicate there, but I butchered the hell out of it.
I'm just gonna put the pedal to the floor, and I'm either what was it again? Actually,
yeah. See, now you're gonna butcher it.
I am gonna butcher it. And I'm not lifting until I see God or the checker flag. That's
God or the checkered flag. Hell yeah. I don't know. We might be seeing Jesus tonight. Hell yeah, baby. Here we are at Daytona.
Yes, a lot to happen here. Still got a lot to go. All right, we got a little bit of happenings in the chat here. Tom just says, wow, with a little bit of a football emoji. I hear a bunch of chatter about being punted. Possibility. Dallas says,
Daytona.
yeah. Dallas Ewart says, as long as it's not me, Tanja, LMAO. This is way too much fun, Dallas says. Yes, I agree. Dallas is currently in that P6 position as they're coming down into the tri-oval. You saw him there 3 wide for a long time there, trying to get himself back up front. He did a fantastic job with that. A lot of desperation by the drivers around him, for sure. But look, it's coming to the end of the race here at Daytona. An overdrive finish here on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network with the PSCRL gang. Our 4th caution for Duel 2. And we're going to see a green-white checker. Jonathan Gaston and Danny White making up the front row. Brian Underwood, Ben Gleason making up the second row. Noah Blackwell, Matthew Wood, the third row. And Jay, we're coming through turns 1 and 2. Any last words to finish off this race?
Oh man, one more opportunity, an overdrive finish. We'll see. Maybe that we'll have more than one attempt here tonight. We'll see how this plays out. We've seen this outside line on occasion be able to take an advantage on these restarts. Let's see if they can do it once again. I feel like there's some good help there on the inside line. There's good help there on the outside line. I see a Miller time car back there. Maybe that's what time it is, baby. Miller time. Oh, man. Here we are, rumbling down the back straightaway for one of these. Oh, Danny White's bouncing off the wall. Oh, man. What is that? Some redneck horsepower in that baby. Let's get her going.
That's what I'm talking about. The 79 taking advantage of some of that redneck horsepower under caution. Absolutely. As they come through turns 3 and 4 now, the fun is about to be having. As we come off of turn 4, we're going to be seeing lots of desperation out of these drivers to get a win, to lock themselves into the playoffs, or to continue with some more playoff points going into the playoffs. We're going to find out, though. Off of turn 4 we come. The pace car is going to come off the racing surface. Jonathan Gaston to get control of this race as he inches closer to the restart zone to find the green flag waving in the air. And there he goes. The 72, the 77, they both get a great jump. Danny White on the outside. He's lacking with help on the outside. He's going to be hung out to dry here. Going down into turn 1, the 77 comes up. He's going to help the 79 now. Noah Blackwell to the inside. So is the 79. Danny White gets up in front of the 72. Through turns 1 and 2. Oh, we're wrecking in the back. Big wreck. Henry Dudley's around. Big wreck back here. Jordan Hand, he's got parts flying across the racetrack here. Parts everywhere. Everybody else gets through it. That looks like that is Nathan Brookover right there, who's having a bad time tonight. A bad time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The whole front end's ripped off that thing. Unbelievable. This race has been absolutely insane. The aggression. These guys, they know one more opportunity for the playoffs, and they are just going to full seize it here tonight. Holy cow. Daytona duel turning into a marathon race of attrition here tonight. Unbelievable.
All right, let's go back and look at this yellow flag. Let's see what happened here. As everybody got... Oh, Henry Dudley, man, huge hit there in the 18. Let's rewind it just a little bit here. Maybe grab us a little bit of a better view. The 25 trying to go up the middle here as he makes a little bit of contact with the 19. It looks like, no, the 18 came up just a little bit there. Contact with the 19, and the rest is history. As he slams the wall, the 19 gets grabbed there. The 2 grabs a little bit of damage there. The 3 goes around, grabbing a little bit of damage with the 21. As Nathan Brookover comes in. Let's see, he got a little bit of help from the 24. Let's see what happens here. Maybe a little bit of an overcorrection as he shoots back up the racetrack and grabs all of that damage. Man, that was a huge hit by the 27.
Yeah, I'm lost for words. This has been absolutely crazy, Tom. I don't know how many more. I think I jinxed it by saying puts the skinny pedal down, as we're going to see pit stops. I was wondering if they were going to make it on fuel. I mean, with the amount of laps we've ran here under yellow tonight, I didn't think these boys were going to make it to the finish here. As a lot of the guys that have pitted on some of these previous cautions, they're going to be benefiting here in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. Noah Blackwell staying out. Matthew Wood staying out. Ben Gleason staying out. Jordan Kreider comes on by. Does not pit. Chris Goetz stays out as well. Jordan Hand coming across the start-finish line. He's not going to pit as well. As we see a couple of guys coming out of pit road right now. Brian Underwood. He beats Danny White out of pit road. As you can see, these guys coming out now. P7, P8? Nope, P6, P7. So they've got 5 cars in front of them. Try to get back to the front here with a lot of fuel. These guys up front here not taking that opportunity to grab some fuel. But with that being said, we're going to give you guys just a little bit of another commercial here. We'll come right back with you guys here in a minute. All right, a great year that we have had so far with, or great season we've had so far with the PSCRO gang. About to round out this regular season. Another Dega Boys overdrive finish here tonight. We're going to be watching these guys grab another green-white checkered as they come through turns 3 and 4. Noah Blackwell out front. He is going to be leading this field to green. Pace car is going to be coming off of the racing surface and give control to the 88. As they inch closer to the restart zone, the 88 taking control. The green flag is now out in the air, and he gets a monster restart there. No help from behind. The 69 behind the 16. The 16, he's going to duck with the 88 now, going down into turn 1. Noah Blackwell leading this race at the moment. Jordan Kreider on the outside. Brian Underwood, he's behind the 69 now. That makes up your outside lane. Here comes Danny White to the outside. Jonathan Gaston back there with Ben Gleason as they come off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway. That outside lane now, it's getting a run. Here they come. The 77 turns. The 69, Noah Blackwell, they're out of it. Danny White back to the front here as the wrecking continues to go straight there through turns 3 and 4.
We're still green. Oh, there's the yellow. Oh man, this race. Here we are. Another overdrive this year. Danny White is now your leader. another big wreck down the back. Aggression beats aggression. We've seen aggression. I feel like that's the word I hear. We saw the 77 pushing the 69 here down the back straightaway and turned him. That's not all she wrote. There, Captain, for the 69 here tonight. He goes through the infield grass, through the dirt.
Well, Jordan Kreider coming back out on track right there. Not a lot happening after that. As, yeah. Danny White now leads the field up here. Up out in front. As, we're going to get another overdrive finish here. You know, there's still a lot to happen here. A lot of aggression out of these drivers. These drivers got to be running out of quick repairs here soon. As the 3 truck, look at that. Jordan Hand, he's all beat up in P2 at the moment.
Looks like he just got out of Bowman Gray.
Look at these guys
man.
now. Oh, look at this. They're all coming down pit road now. They're not going to make it on fuel here. As William Connolly coming down, Chris Goetz, Noah Blackwell, Nathan Brookover, Jordan Kreider, Chris Stange, all coming down pit road. Danny White, Brian Underwood staying out. Jonathan Gaston, Dallas Seward, and Tyler Bellinger. They're all staying out as well. As, yeah. Jordan Hand wins the race off of pit road. Matthew Wood comes home P2 off of that race. Ben Gleason P3. William Connolly P4. As Jordan Kreider still on pit road here. Noah Blackwell still on pit road here. Chris Goetz coming off. Jordan Kreider now coming off. As all these guys probably getting a little bit of damage repair here. The 27 still on pit road as well. He's just trying to finish this race. The 5 truck of Josh Kreider, your dual 1 race winner with a beat up truck here tonight. It looks like, who is that? Dylan Carrier having some issues with some fuel on his pit stop. He is, it looks like he is just out of this race now. Unfortunate for him. He had a great run tonight. But, here we go. Chris Stange coming off of pit road. Danny White coming down the back straightaway. Once again, guys, we'll give you a commercial and we'll be right back with y'all.
We're the hub for motorsports. If you love racing, this is the place to be. Collier goes into turn 1. Foxy water rides!
He chastained it!
Tim Henderson up on the outside.
All right, back with you guys now as we're about to take the green flag. Danny White going to control this restart. The pace vehicle off the racing surface, inching closer to the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air once again here at Daytona. We're looking at 2 laps to go here with Danny White out front. He's got a little bit of help from the 72 behind him. The 21 of Bellinger now. He's going to be coming down into turn 1 with a lot of help. The 77's on the outside. He's got help from the 83 of Seward and Han back there. But it looks like Danny White's getting a great run. Here comes Bellinger to the outside. He's going to try to help here on the outside lane. He's going to get the 77 behind him as they come down the back straightaway now. Jordan Kreider goes up there as well. Danny White on the inside battling with Bellinger. Now going down into turn 3.
Yeah, down here into turn 3. We are gotta get to the white flag to make this race official. We'll see if we can do it. Here's Danny White on the inside, help from Gaston. Oh, and we're wrecking, and there it is. Another big wreck, and there's the yellow. We did not make it to the white. We're gonna be doing it all again as the whole field is piling in.
I think actually this will end it here, as we got all the attempts in.
That's it. That's it.
That is it.
The Daytona Marathon Duel is done, and that's gonna be Matthew Wood taking the victory here tonight. Connolly coming on P2, and Goats there in the 87. Where'd he come from up there to P3 to round out this evening's affairs?
Wow, what a finish we had. A lot of overdrive finishes as well. Danny White, who was leading coming off of turn 4, now currently, oh, we got some happenings back here. Chris Goats. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
All right.
Will that take away his podium finish here for tonight? This is going to be interesting to see when these guys come across the line. He's going to go try to get his position back. I don't know if iRacing's going to like that or not. Don't you have to maintain pace car speed here? We're going to have a long time deciding this running order here as Matthew Wood out here in front. Looks like he is this time by. It will be Matthew Wood, the Iron Man himself, is going to bookend the regular season with a victory. I believe Connolly maybe P2. I'm not going to speculate. I think we got a lot more issues here to solve with the running order here.
Yeah.
But I believe Matthew Wood is 100% confirmed your race winner here tonight.
All right. We will get a little bit of confirmation here from the admins of this league, and we will see who your top 3 is tonight. As they didn't get all the wrecking out there during the race, so they're going to do it under the cool down lap.
A little bit of a mosh pit here at the end of the race. Oh, man.
So let's see here. As we get a little bit of confirmation. We'll be right back with you guys, and we will get this figured out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have confirmation here. Let's go ahead and give a good old drum hole. What the heck was I saying? What the heck? Drum roll here for your P3 finisher. That is. If my software doesn't freeze, I apologize. That is the 87 of Chris Goats. Let's bring him down here. Chris Goats. You almost. Here we go. Chris Goats, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
Chris, what a phenomenal race you ran there at the end to get yourself into that P3 position. Holy cow, what was that race like for you?
It was pretty intense there at the end. A lot of tight racing.
Yes, we saw a big wreck happening off of turn 4 there for the final lap. What was that like?
I just found a hole and went right through it.
Well, that's probably easier said than done, right? I mean, there was a lot going on there. Almost the whole pack wrecked in that wreck.
Yeah, somehow they just split right in front of me and gave me a hole to go right through.
Well, a great run by yourself tonight in the number 87. A great job by yourself through duels 1 and 2, coming home with a P3. Congratulations on that. Jay, what do you got for Chris here with his debut in PSCRO?
Yes, Chris, congratulations on your run here tonight. Is there anybody you have to thank for your performance here?
Just want to thank everybody that's supporting me.
All right, well, there you have it. Congratulations there, Chris, on your P3 for tonight. And we hope to see you in the next one.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, that was your P2 finisher for tonight. Now, let's go. P2, I meant to say P3. P2 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring him down as soon as we get the software to comply. Here we go. William Connolly here. In the 25. Good Lord, I'm sorry, guys. William, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
William, what a crazy race that we saw in Duel 2, completely opposite of what we saw in Duel 1. The ending of that race, though, coming off at turn 4, what was in your front windshield there?
Coming up to turn 4, a lot of wrecking and then not a lot of nothing, just wood in front of me. And I felt good after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you had a fast car all night long in the first duel and in the second duel. The second duel kind of worked out a little bit better for you, though. How does that feel? I mean, the second time we come to a super speedway race like this, a super speedway, kind of a crapshoot that most people will say, but how does it feel to come home P2?
It feels great. At that first race, I wanted to take it easy since I'm technically on the bubble, but points wise, I should have got in. But then they all did so well. The guys on the bubble on the first race, I was like, oh, I need to step it up a little bit, and that was the result. It was a great race all around. And until the restarts, we had it 3 wide for a bit, and we kept it green a lot of the time before those, and it was a good result, and I'm very happy.
Absolutely. Well, a great run by yourself tonight. Congratulations on your P2. Jay, what do you have for the number 25 William Connolly here tonight to round out this interview?
Yes, William, congratulations on your P2 finish. What a phenomenal job. What a phenomenal regular season. We can't wait to see you in the playoffs. But who do you have to thank for your performance here tonight?
Thanks Wood and Jordan Hand and the admins for running the league. it's very hard to do and keep it straight.
Absolutely. Big shout out to the league admins here. Congratulations on your P2 tonight, William. And we'll see you in the next one.
All right, thank y'all.
All right, that was your P2 finisher. Now let's bring down the winner here tonight, Matthew Wood. Matthew, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, goodness gracious.
How was that off of turn 4?
Oh, my Lord. I don't know how I did that. I lucked into that, and that is I will admit, 100% Mickey win. 110% Austin Dillon Mickey win at its finest.
Well, look, you put yourself in position there at the end of the race to put yourself in a position where if something did happen like that, you had an opportunity to win. It takes a lot of strategy and a lot of skill to be able to realize what positions you need to be in, what risks you need to take, and you come out on top once again here in the PSCRL series. But really, what was it like coming off of turn 4 there on the final lap?
Well, on the first restart, Noah needed a win. Noah had to win to get in the playoffs. I think it was close between him and Melvin, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. But Noah got a good jump, and then I let off a little bit, got behind Noah, was just going to try to push him, and then I don't know what happened on the outside, but it looked like Brian, and this is just from my perspective, I haven't looked at it, of course, but looked like Brian tried to go in the middle and turned, I think it was Jordan across Noah. I had a little bit of damage, not much. I just took my fast repair when I came in, but then I knew I have to pit. I'm out of fuel. I literally have like 0.1 laps left. I have to come in. So I would have made it, but I had to come in. I wouldn't have made it. So I come out. I'm like fourth on the inside lane, and I knew I'd have to stay bottom because if there's a wreck and I'm on the outside, I'm not gonna do anything with it. So I just got to hope that they wreck, and I saw them start, and I just hooked left. And unlike Talladega, where I thought, oh, I might actually win this, and then a bunch of cars just popped out of my blind spot. I'm like, oh. I look up, and there's nobody there. I'm like, oh, well, that's quite amazing. And then me and Conley were talking right before that in driver chat. You know, we've just got to hope and pray for some luck. I'll help you however much you need, Matt. And then me and him finished 1-2, and a good result for Dallas as well. Or if Dallas is third, still under review. But yeah, good race for us. Good race for the team. Of course, sucks for Lucas. He got DNF there because of internet issues. But like I said, I think I won the like $150 I think for Dash for Cash, which I really needed to boost my morale after, I don't know, maybe a month. In a month, I've lost like $600 in winnings over stupid stuff. And I haven't lost $600, but 600 theoretical dollars, if that makes sense. So it's just been unfortunate, but hopefully we can start rallying back from this.
Absolutely a great run to start off going into the playoffs as well. Matthew, congratulations on your win in Duel 2. Who do you have to thank for your race win tonight?
Well, just a lot of people. The team was behind my back the whole race. William there, I mean, me and William, pretty good friends since we're both in incident review, and we've been pretty close friends for a while. You know, it was going pretty well there for a while, and then we just started getting impatient and wrecking. And I mean, I was caught up in like every single one of those wrecks, by the way. I mean, literally every time you turn around, I was getting hooked in the left rear and friggin' spun up into Narnia. But yeah, just a good race. Unfortunate for some guys like Dylan. Hate it for him that he got involved in some of that. And he actually, some information for y'all. Dylan, when he came into pit, it didn't give him fuel at all. So he ran out on the second overtime, and he is very, very upset, especially after last week, getting taken out last week. So, like always, thank the Lord. That's why I have him on my truck. The Racers for Christ Chevy was up there, and Made a lot of moves. Made a lot of moves to get up to the front, and I'm usually not good at this type of super speedway stuff. But tonight, I made it up here. I'm getting better.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your win tonight, Matthew. A great run going into the playoffs. And just once again, congratulations, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
All right. Man, what a run we had tonight here, Jay. A lot of cautions in Duel 2. In Duel 1, we had a really good, pretty decent race there as well. But still a lot under review here as we continue to monitor the situation. If that changes, we will let you guys know for sure as we continue to look at what is going on. But let's go ahead and start that wind down of the race. Jay, let's go into your famous monologue, if you don't mind, to talk about what happened tonight.
Oh man, we got maybe a little bit of an update.
Oh. Josh?
Yeah, final top three is Wood, Connolly, and Danny White. We're going back to the time of caution because there were multiple passing under the yellow instituted as soon as the caution came out, as it was the final green light checkered. So that is the decision that's been made. So we've got Wood, Connolly, and White, the top three. Wood is the Dash for Cash winner, obviously finishing third and then winning the second race.
There you have it. You got your money's winners there for Matthew Wood. Congratulations on that. Josh, do we have an update for points?
No, not yet, but I do believe, don't hold me to this, so those that are listening don't necessarily hold me to it, but Nathan Williams has just informed us that he has been deployed with everything that's going on. He was deployed earlier, so he has surrendered his playoff spot, so that's going to shake things up. So I think that Danny White and Melvin are both going to make it, since Noah Blackwell didn't win an in. So I think that's where we're going to wind up, to where we'll have Wood, Hand, Underwood, Gaston, Stange, since Williams is surrendering, Connolly, Jordan Kreider, Dylan Carrier, Joshua Kreider, Landon Burbage, Melvin, and Danny White. Subject to change based off review, but that's just my gut feeling.
Absolutely. So a big change up here, and so obviously we will post the points on our end on the YouTube channel once that all gets figured out. But thanks for the update there, Josh. Great run for yourself tonight, and yeah, we'll talk later.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great time in Talladega. Thanks for everything you do.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, we'll see you. All right, we'll go back here. All right, Jay, let's go. Let's talk about this a little bit.
Oh man, where do I begin? Holy cow. All right, well tonight we brought the PSCRL Truck Series boys to Daytona for the regular season finale. And boy, did that first dual race play out to be an absolute banger of a race. We saw strategy, green flag pit stops towards the end of that race. And then it was the Kreider boys pushing their way to victory lane. Fantastic job they did there. Then we get into Duel 2. And it just seems to always be this way when you have two types of dual races. One is pretty clean and straightforward. And then the second one turns into a little bit of a survival race, I would say, here tonight. We saw lots of cautions, lots of wrecks. I mean, I don't think there was one truck out there at the end of this thing that had one square fender, door, wheel on that thing. I mean, it was absolute calamity corner wherever you looked. Aggression was up. We could tell it from the very first lap of the race, and it played out that way towards the end. We use up exhaust all of our overdrive attempts here tonight. And Matthew Wood, your regular season champion, ends up getting the job done. Unbelievable night of racing. It was a long one. It was a fun one. And I want to thank everybody for staying tuned for the duration of this night. I know there was a lot of other big things going on tonight with the Cars Tour, the high limit sprint cars, the World of Outlaw late models and stuff like that. A lot of marquee events around the country. You guys decided to tune in here to the Dega Boys. We appreciate you guys so much. It means the world to us. Yes, and this is our last live stream before Dega Week, and it's been a grind, Tom. I was thinking about it yesterday, last night, when I was working super late. Early in the morning, and I was like, wow, we've been at this grind since Dega last year. I mean,
Yep.
we haven't had a day off. I mean, we've just been at the constant grind, living in front of my computer. And I am so excited to go to Dega and have a little bit of a vacation, have some fun with the boys.
Absolutely. Well, look, to wind this down, if you guys want to be a part of the Dega Boys, go ahead, check out our channel, hit the join button, choose a tier that works best for you, and thank you to our current members, Dallas Seward, Tel Taps, Richard Latuke, Daniel Maddox, Stephen Downton. We truly appreciate your guys' support. If you guys want to also support us in another way, go check out our merch store. You guys can get sweet stuff like Big Daddy NASCAR hats or shirts or sweatshirts or even aprons. You get yourself an apron like that. Well, anything like that. Look, all that stuff that goes towards any of those two programs right there goes right back into the channel to create more and better content for you guys. Thank you to everyone who has already contributed, and we truly appreciate it. Jay, I know you just talked a little bit about Dega, but let's talk a little bit about the podcast we're going to be doing here at my place.
Oh man, it's gonna be a different podcast than we normally do. It's gonna. I honestly, we probably won't talk too much about racing. You guys know how we kind of feel about NASCAR as of late, and that's all that is going on this weekend, unfortunately. So, we'll be talking about that a little bit. We also want to talk about some of the marquee events coming up this weekend as well. We got IMSA and IndyCar over at Long Beach. I'd like to spend some time talking about that, so if you guys are interested in that, tune into the podcast. We'll dedicate some segments to that as well. And then we'll just be chilling, hanging out in Tom's garage, a little garage talk segment. We'll have Donovan there. You've seen him on the channel a time or two. Jared will be back on the podcast. We've seen him around the channel here and there. So yeah, it'll be a laid back podcast. It'll be a lot different format than we normally do. We're just gonna be having fun on Tuesday night in Tom's garage, just hanging out. We might have a brewski or two and just chill back and relax and see where the night takes us on that one. So that'll be fun. And then all the great content coming out this week. Go watch the podcast we did yesterday with our good buddies there at the King of Camo. We'll catch you up on everything going on during Dega Week. It's a fun watch. It's an hour of just we're laughing, having a good time. I think you guys will enjoy it. So go check that out. And then I believe, yeah, we won't be broadcasting anything next week. We'll be gone the whole week. And then we will be back on Tuesday, the 23rd, for another podcast. So, I'm excited. I'm ready to go to Dega and have some fun. If you guys are going to Dega, come hang out with us. I'm telling you, we're pretty cool people. I'm telling you, we'll have a good time. We'll
Yes.
take care of you.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of fun to be had there. Lots of stuff that we're doing beforehand as well. Lots of fun, and we're all going to be making some content for you guys. So stay tuned. Lots of fun stuff coming up after that. Well, I think that's pretty much everything. This has been another great broadcast here on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network here on the PSCRL regular season finale, Daytona Duels, the Casper Daytona Duels. And thank you again, everybody who came out, liked, commented, and subscribed. Tanja coming in clutch every time. Have a blast at Dega. Thank you so much, Tanja, a great supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. And again, this has been Thomas and Jay in the booth. And we'll see ya at Dega.
Hell yeah.
Hey, real quick, we just wanted to come back on stream here, and we wanted to shoot out our thoughts and prayers to Nathan Williams as he gets deployed here under some real crazy circumstances. Nathan, you are in our thoughts, and if you ever need anything from the Dega boys or JRI or anything else, you just let us know, and yeah, we'll be thinking about you. And again, don't hesitate to reach out. A great winner here in the PSCRL gang at Dover, and has been a regular member here, unfortunately not being able to make it here tonight due to an unforeseen deployment that he is having to do. So, with that being said, once again, thank you guys for coming out. Everybody, keep Nathan Williams in your thoughts, and we'll see y'all in Dega.